Hit him with that shit done. Jasmine.
audio. Oh, why does it do me like this? Okay. Remove. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, finally, people can hear me. Oh my god. Hi, everyone. My mic decided to just die. As soon as I switched the screen. So, you know, just fun streamer stuff, you know? As I was saying, welcome back to the Treehouse number 5 for Guilty Gear Strive. We have 2 new commentators for tonight, and they will be introducing themselves right here.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Tabby, otherwise known as Tabby Nickel. Thanks for bringing us on for the Treehouse. It's just looking at the bracket right now, it looks really, really action-packed. So I am excited to see what's going on. I'm excited to hang out with my co-commentator tonight.
I'm Rylan. I'm Cage of Soul on Twitter because that is an old handle and I keep forgetting I can change it. I probably never remember.
It's actually...
And yeah, it's been a little while since I commentated. I'm very excited to get back into it.
Hell yeah. We are just waiting on Meme Lord to enter the room. I have sent them a message. Oh, okay, no. He's coming right now.
So our first match is going to be Meme Lord versus Juan Wick. I think when I was looking over a bit, Juan Wick is a Testament player. And then Meme Lord, I was not actually able to find out who they played. But Testament has been a character that I've seen generally maintaining strength pretty well in this patch. I think they're, in my opinion, a little less represented because a lot of people, they see what Testament can do, and they sometimes will tend to pilot towards characters like Happy Chaos, characters like Remlethal, that generally do a very similar game plan to that, but just execute it a little bit better and then have a better matchup spread.
Yeah, I think the thing that really sets Testament apart, I think, is specifically the use of projectiles.
Mm-hmm.
Barring Happy Chaos, but then I don't know if we can call a gun a projectile.
I think they're technically coded as strikes, actually.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, because I think they technically don't beat project. It's weird. They're coded as a very weird thing, but Meme Lord did come in the room, and it looks like they're sitting down on the Axle. So Axle Testament that's an odd matchup in like the current meta game of Strive, I feel. But generally, like, I don't know, I'm just thinking about like Axel's toolkit right now, and unless the Testament is very preemptive, I could see it being a little hard to try to challenge things like 5P, things like 2H, and then I think they're like going to be the two bigger like normal tools used. But that then requires Testament to go in and try to set up that kind of stain plan. So it just really depends on how comfortable they are. But we're loading into it, and we'll see if Juan Wick can figure that out.
Yeah, at the same time, I think if Testament can really start getting into their optimal range and running their game, Axel might have a lot of difficulty dealing with that.
Exactly.
I've been playing a lot of Bridget lately, so there's a lot of the same problems. Like, because of all those extended hurt boxes and Testament's oppressive normal presence.
And you can already see early on right now, finding these good hits, using the Rainwater to bait the burst as well. Really solid. Just now going in to try to keep the pressure going. Projectiles out, but the command grab whiffs, giving him a chance.
Bit of a mistiming. Anti-air doesn't quite work out. Meme Lord isn't really losing a step here. Just gonna, miss the 6-8, but still takes the round.
Yeah, you can see Meme Lord's already like very quickly adapting into the constant ebb and flow that this matchup really needs to be, where you have to be hyper aggressive sometimes and other times zoning. But Juan Wick now actually landing an early stain state for a really good knockdown, going to be putting them into the corner. And this is where I think Axel is going to be like having the most difficulty, but the whiff throw will make it work out for Meme Lord.
Yeah, I think the one thing that I want to highlight there is Juan Wick's use of the teleport instead of just the stain throw. But I think that's going to be a key tool moving forward in the set.
Yes, yeah, and you can, but now that Meme Lord's seen it, that's something they're going to be recognizing, and if you pull it out too frequently, you might start getting punished for it. But Meme Lord punishing right at the very end, taking the first round.
Yeah, still, it's very good to put everything on the mental stack at the start. Give the opponent as much time to let things build up as possible.
I think there's like two school of thoughts to that actually, because I know there's some people that very much like right at the beginning of the games they just try to play the level 1, and then increase the layers, and then they also, it really depends if you want to like put everything on the stack right at the beginning, or slowly go forward and then try to jump back between them. So
yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I think there's merits to both sides.
Exactly. Ooh, but it looks like
safe straight into the teleport with the throw.
Yeah, OneWick doing a really good job of just utilizing the teleports to close the distance, knowing that is like I think the key thing for their game plan that they need to get through. Good insta block comes through, but the counter hit 2H gonna give them a good spot, and the winner cherry into the time stop combo should guarantee them the kill right here. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely no issues finishing that off with a command grab into super, and it's been 3 straight rounds for Meme Lord. Let's see if OneWick can start fighting back a little more effectively.
He comes in with the projectiles, but just immediately does the jump back JS to try to cover all the space. Yeah, just Meme Lord playing really, really defensive right now, and constantly checking out OneWick. OneWick, once they are able to get going, you can see that it works out really well for them, but Meme Lord's just really good at catching them just like that with the 2D right there.
Yeah, Meme Lord is absolutely playing to make sure that Testament cannot get their game plan started at all. The moment that happens, Meme Lord knows that that's probably a lost round.
You can see right there, goes for the time stop, but the delay burst on it makes it safe. Tries to catch him out of the air with it, but the falling JS will allow him. And now Meme Lord up for a quick 2-0.
Yeah, that was a really nice use of the one vision there, almost like a Roman cancel with added benefit if your opponent somehow lets go of the block.
Yeah, it is. I think it's like an underrated aspect of that button. I don't see as many Axels pressing. Because obviously you're just trying to use it in combo to get the extension going, but if it drops, you need to know how to use it appropriately. And getting a free, faster Roman cancel in a game like Strive, I'll take that every day of the week.
Yeah, of course. You already spent the 50 meter, you might as well get a Roman cancel out of it.
Good use of the falling JS right there, allowing them to find a hit to start their neutral game plan. Succubus goes back, really just trying to find an opening, but these pokes out here from Meme Lord have been fantastic, keeping the pressure up. Gets hit with the rainwater.
Yep, and that JP really just demonstrates how difficult it can be for Testament to get their game going. Even with the stay state, Axel can very easily take it off with just a really quick 5P.
What an excellent showing from Meme Lord right there, like just holding back, doing reversals constantly. And as I say, that immediately goes for the round start gold burst. Kind of feeling themselves now at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. You did just go 5 rounds straight. You're on round 6. What better time to start feeling yourself?
Especially wall breaking with 50 meter as well during that happening now. Just really trying to check them out. Jumps out of the command grab though. There's OneWick a chance. 1 touch left really for them. Yeah, the close slash frame trap.
Yeah, was sitting on 100 meter, basically just had the entire world ahead of them. Didn't really need it. It was a very well executed 3-0 from Meme Lord.
Yep, Meme Lord, like that was like a very textbook example of how you want to be playing that matchup, and OneWick was definitely putting up a good fight the entire time. They were forcing Meme Lord to be actively making those decisions to try to play around it. Because if you just try to play like hyper passively, the Testament will get through there, and then you're in for a world of hurt. But Meme Lord was just slightly ahead on that mental stack there right at the very end and able to take it.
Alright, looks like our next match is getting prepped up here. We got a Soul player on deck. I'm always ready to see people get punched in the face.
Yeah. So we have Adu versus Fresh. Now, Adu, I believe, is the Soul player that sat down. Fresh, I wasn't able to find too much info on. Looking for it. They're Milia player. That's what I like to see. I like to see them die into a single far slash is going to take about 98% of that health right there. Milia Soul is a very fun matchup, at least from a spectator perspective. I know from the Milia, it can be very frustrating because Soul is a character that can just invalidate some of your frame trap pressure that you want to be doing post-disc if the disc mix doesn't work out with the use of 5K. Now, the reduction in 5K level from the previous patch definitely, I think, makes it a little easier, but a 3-frame button is a 3-frame button is a 3-frame button at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yeah, Milia is always a character that seems like it takes a lot of time, practice, and thought to play really effectively, but once you do, there's not really... You have to deal with her options in very unique ways. Yes,
it is very much a character that you can't just sit on your laurels and play Guilty Gear with. You have to be playing Milia's game. It's very similar to someone like Eno, who also does that. And we'll have to see if they're able to figure that out, or if Fresh is going to go over there and put them into Schmick City.
Yeah, Schmick City, population as many people as I can manage.
Yeah. You can see already some really good stagger pressure early on from Adu, forcing a burst out of the disc, and a throw tech forces the burst out from Fresh.
Yeah, I think the early burst to keep the corner was the right decision, but hey, there's another throw. Not going to go for the meeting.
Oh, counter hit 2D, but misses the Vortex, so that's going to give Fresh a chance to set him up once again. H-disc mix, you got to block high there.
Yeah, there we go. That time goes for the meaty, and going to go into... Doesn't quite get the follow-up off of the super. That should lead into a wall break. Might even be dead.
Yep, with the partial charge tap dust, we'll be able to close it out. And you see, that's what Fresh is going to be looking for every single game. But Adu can still, like, if they guess out of the mix correctly and get into situations like this, where they really going to start their game plan, it can spell danger for them. Now, Fresh already making a really good adaptation early on, which is getting air hit, because with the new patch, or the old patch at this point, Soul air hits are generally a little bit harder to convert.
Yep. Fresh gets stuck in the corner again, jumps out just in time. Another good quick counter hit. Yeah, Fresh. Milia, one of the most important things you're looking for is the wall break. Fresh. Ooh, I don't know about that burst, but I understand it.
Oh. And a hair car right at the very end, but Adu prepared for it, jumps over it, and gets the full punish with 6S. Counter hit JD right at the round start is what I like to see now. Risk Gauge building back up. Counter hit 5H. Oh, but no, not able to convert.
Yeah, nope. No conversion, but is going to get the full conversion here, even into the Volcanic Viper. Just one more hit is going to do it to Fresh, and that, I believe that's a perfect.
Yep, that is a perfect. Choosing to save the meter and the burst in the pocket for later. Going to buy themselves something nice at the store with it.
Yeah, you get to carry those over to the next game.
God, I wish. But yeah, that is definitely like... that was the perfect example of how this matchup is played from both players in those two rounds. If Adu is just able to, play their game plan and find the good hits and can convert off of it, Millie is not going to be living for that long. But if Fresh can just loop the mix over and over and over again, it's a whole different story. Now,
yeah, it's all about staying evasive and just being that fly right just ahead of the fly swatter.
Yep, and you see Adu right now doing a great job with the fly swatter right now, constantly trying to pressure out Fresh. But as soon as they find it, see, there's that 5K right there. Getting a full conversion off of it into the corner.
Yeah, it is the problem with going for those resets when you get a hit instead of going for a conversion, but sometimes you just can't quite react in time.
Yeah, and sometimes we gotta do the air throw out of there. Adu's definitely feeling themselves like, you can see in a lot of these games they're actually closing out with not spending the meter, so they're feeling confident just constantly getting these hits over and over and over again. Yes, yeah, choosing to not use it right there into the wild throw reset.
Yeah, and Fresh is honestly looking a little shaken. Punished the Bandit Revolver 1 in the first game with a throw, but this time just let Adu get away with it twice.
And sometimes you're just not looking out for it after you, because you see it the first time, you're like, okay, I punish it, they're not going to do it again, and then they do it again. So you got to keep showing that you have the answer to it every single time. But right now, off to a good start for Adu with an insanely fast 2-0. Yeah,
it is unfortunate that this is a matchup that so heavily punishes those tiny mistakes like that.
Yes. Yeah. It's it's the classic case of a pixie character, and but you gotta live with the consequences. That is what you chose on the character select. And now, yeah, trying to use the 6B to close out all the crazy stuff that Adu's been doing, but just hits him with the 2S and tries to burst out of it, but it gets baited.
I think you're dead.
Yep. Tyrant rave at the wall break. Yeah.
Just hit him with the
Another
old 1-2 for another perfect.
Adu's just been getting so many perfects, just able to put them into like a single hit into a checkmate scenario has been working out so well for them. Playing reset, pressure out, air throws the attempt.
Yeah, just those oppressive plus frames are doing so much work, and the aggressive burst to keep the corner. You got an advantage, you might as well just push it.
Yep. And that will end up being a quick and clean 3-0 for Adu over Fresh.
And looking at the bracket, that actually rounds our first round with just 3 O's.
Yeah.
I mean, that happens, you know, like in Strive, like I definitely get 0-3'd a lot in bracket, so you know it's a very real thing.
Yeah, Strive is just like that.
Yep.
Still, it's very satisfying to see all the way down 3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
Yeah, I always like to see all 3 2s all the way down, because that's when you know you have some real gamer hours happening. But,
yeah, the 3 2s are what I love to see on commentary, but there is just that little bit of extra satisfaction. I see, oh, you all got slacked.
Yeah.
Wow, we're inciting violence tonight.
Well, it's Strive, you have to incite violence.
You're right.
If you're not inciting violence.
I've been slapped, I've been the one doing the slapping. It's whatever. That's just how it is.
Right now we're gonna have Prada and Boomer Bob, but before that,
Alright.
please make sure to hit that match right now, guys. We have plenty of codes left to be used today. In fact, we have, my eyes are really bad. 39 left.
There is.
We got 39 codes. There's plenty of sponsor quests. I went and did even just a tiny chunk of them. That's $1 to the prize pool.
For sure.
You got it. Yeah.
Quests add up a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, like just looking at some of these sponsor quests, you know, they all range from there's stuff like the 15 to 25. There's even stuff just downloading an app and you put $3 into the prize pool. That's pretty easy, and you know, even like you just gotta go claim those codes. It's like 2 clicks. It's literally 2 clicks.
It's literally 2 clicks, and you just log in with your Facebook or your Google or your YouTube, your Twitch, your Twitter. I know you have these things, chat. Just sign in, claim them. It's easy, just as easy.
I mean, you're watching here on Twitch. You have a Twitch account, right?
As you say, if you're in the chat and you haven't claimed a code and you're like, oh, I don't have an account, you do. You just don't know it yet.
Exactly.
Definitely check out the match arenas over here.
And just quickly, we're gonna run this quick 90-second ad chat because you know, it's rough out in these streets, so we gotta try to make some cash somehow. So we'll be back in 90 seconds. And then we can get our match going. All right.
This woman's sitting behind me putting in Twitch chat. I don't have a Twitch account. I don't have a Twitch account.
Hey. The lovely Ahe in the background. I see her. The fuck is Twitch?
I heard you mention the codes. I was like, I should have forgotten to claim the code for this event.
The fuck is Twitch? You're in chat. I also see you. You dork. Alright, I'm gonna give it another like 20 seconds and then give him the go ahead because Strive takes a little bit to get into the match. Are we drinking beer or drinking a Diet Coke?
This is a wonderful Diet Cola.
Ah, a Diet Cola.
I ordered a regular cola and they gave me a diet, but yeah.
You know?
It's caffeine. That was the real goal.
The universe sent you something for a reason.
What's that supposed to mean?
I just said it. I have no idea.
I know.
Do any of us know what we're saying? I think the answer is no.
I would say no. You know?
Words just come out of my mouth, and that's what you get. I don't have control over this.
That is the duty of the word sayer.
Alright.
Playing
Here we
May.
go.
Alright. Now we are into it. Boomer Bob versus Prada. Boomer Bob on the Nago Ryuki, the scariest one of them all. Character-wise.
Yeah, both of these characters really are just swinging around bombs strapped to handles.
It's that bit from The Simpsons. I'm gonna swing my arms around, and if you get hurt, it's your fault. All right, you can see Prada trying to keep the aggression going, but Boomer Bob finds a really good far slash, but not at the level 2 blood gauge, so not able to get the 6H to guarantee the wall stick, which gives Prada a chance. Command grab coming through, giving him some solid damage.
And then here we are in the corner. Big old counter hit. Yeah, I'd burst that too.
Nice use of the JK, trying to check the air-to-air, but Prada finds a good mash out, gives him a chance to reset. Now Boomer Bob trying to control, tosses him back to the ground, but misses the 6H OTG.
Yeah, Boomer Bob's gonna have to play a bit more carefully now. Does only need one more hit. There's the command grab. Not quick enough to get the full combo.
Overhead kiss working out. Yep. You gotta be careful at those level 3 blood gauges at such a low life total. And you say low, but it was like 30%.
Yeah, let's call a red card on that last one for animal cruelty. Just taking the sword to the dolphin, I think that's illegal.
Well, right now May's definitely trying to commit some crimes right here. Doesn't go for the meter spend wall break, so wants to PRC afterwards and finds another good hit at the wall, but not able to pick it up. Bob gets a throw and a touch does. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I loved that PRC from Prada. Making sure they caught the backdash. See if they're gonna do anything with this last 50 here?
Trying to bait the burst out there. YRC comes through to stop the pressure. Gives Prada a chance. Burst now being forced out from Boomer Bob, just quickly trying to close it out. But they're not dead just. Now they're dead.
Ooh. I don't really even know what to say about that one. It was just like...
It was a lot of like high aggression over there from both the players, and you saw like Prada was doing very good. They just had a couple of unfortunate drops that happened in some of the combo sequences that Boomer Bob was just really ready to quickly capitalize on and pick it up. Yeah, and you see Prada switching back over to the Ram, realizing maybe I'm not as comfortable on the May right now. If you get it might be a better matchup in their opinion, and how they're thinking. I don't have a solid opinion on that.
Sometimes you just gotta try something, see if it works, and then if it doesn't, try something else.
It's 3 out of 5. You have a game to experiment. It may not seem like it with sometimes how fast these go, but you do. You have some time. We see right now Boomer Bob's definitely experimenting with the damage buttons and already off to about 70% damage.
Ooh, a little bit too far for that 2S, and a couple of counter hits is gonna spell the end of that round.
Just the quick super confirm right there over Boomer Bob. Trying to just get a repeat of these previous games. Say, hey, no matter who you pick, no matter what you do, I'm going to stop you. But a good use of the falling JS right there. Not able to find a good far slash confirm off of it, but a nice 6P poke gives Boomer Bob another chance to keep him in the corner.
And then here we are on that Nagoriyuki pressure in the corner. Very quickly out of there. Prada's got 50 meter to work with. And there it goes, pushing Nagoriyuki to the corner. Keeping there probably long enough to build another 50 meter.
Yep, goes back, trying to go for the scissors in the air, but doesn't build the 50 meter off of it. And Boomer Bob able to actually get the punish off of it, but Motobato coming in from max range.
Gonna pop!
Yep. And that is going to be Product taking that one.
And there's the thing about Nagoriyuki, if you're not careful, you just checkmate yourself.
It's something that you have to be careful for, and Prada's been pretty willing to just allow them to burn out all these specials while staying a little bit more defensively. So if they can keep getting into that scenario, it will end up working out for them well as long as they control this neutral.
Yeah, it's absolutely a key strategy against Nagoriyuki. Just block. Let them throw their mids at.
Sword out because of the jump, but catches the high sword.
Unfortunately, attack does not get you out of the corner. And here we are, back into sword pressure.
Yeah, and he got hit with the low into the sword explosion, but not able to fully pick it up, so Bob gets another chance to stagger. Goes for the far slash series, just trying to build that blood gauge back down, but actually ends up getting a confirm off of it.
Prada's still got 50 meter. Oh, the drop into the reversal super?
Yeah, not able to pick it up, and so you saw Prada mashing the Motobato at the very end to the immediate run-up throw. Now they're putting their own point on the board.
That's a little worrying, because that's 2 games in a row that Boomer Bob has landed the game-winning hit and dropped it. In game 1, it worked out, but game 2, it came back to bite him.
Yeah, so we'll have to see if they can make that adjustment. They can just tighten up the gears right here at the very end. But Prada also was, we saw that with their May early on, but they're definitely feeling a lot more in control with the Ram, doing a lot better job of taming the beast on the other side of the screen.
Yeah, Ramlethal is able to fight Nagoriyuki at his optimal range a lot more effectively than May, I think. Like, May's got better options to close the distance, but with Ramlethal, you don't even have to close it.
The double blood-sucking universe giving them so much pressure. Tap Dust RZ to quickly close it out right there with essentially a perfect right there. That was a 99.9% health right there.
That was a certified Nagoriyuki round.
So true.
Really good throw.
Yeah. You can see Boomer Bob's definitely, I think, feeling themselves a little bit right now. Another blood-sucking universe because they keep going for these round start DPs, but it's working out for them. Getting this another blood-sucking universe into the quick super confirm as well, so they'll get a lot of time on the ground to try to pressure it out. Goldburst comes out for Prada in the 6-8. 2-1-4H right there.
Yeah, Ramlethals with 100 meter only want one thing, and it's disgusting.
And you're going to see them get it as well with this quick little reset. Blown through the wall, but they're not dead just yet. So you can definitely see Boomer Bob being a lot more aggressive with their specials now, knowing that they can be safe, but the Beyblade goes over the swords. Now putting it over into up 2-1 now for Boomer Bob.
Yeah, throwing that second sword was a hard call-out that just didn't pay off. That second sword doesn't really work out unless the opponent's trying to jump over.
You saw a lot of the times that Boomer Bob was trying to jump over it. They would consistently, when in that corner situation, they were up backing. They were just trying to get out of it. So being able to use that conditioning and switch over to using Beyblade in that last game right there was a great adaptation and what they needed to really eke that forward and take the round.
Yeah, it was a great play from Bob, taking advantage of that happen. I have dabbled in Ramlethal once or twice, and it's always like, why do I do this to myself?
Yeah.
Why do I do that and just get smoked? I have the choice not to do that. I'm sorry, I'm going directions that I didn't expect to go.
Prada, Prada was asking themselves, why not try May again? It was working out pretty well in the first game, and so they actually ended up switching back over to the May, trying to find whatever they can make work. Right now, with early Gold Burst is actually a great start into the slide. Sets up the Dolphin pressure, just backs off with the 6P, goes low once again.
Good challenge from Boomer. Ooh, there you go. That's what we want to see against the Bloodsucking Universe usage. And, doesn't quite build the 50 meter.
Yeah. You can see Prada just so willing to block right now, knowing that how much these Bloodsucking Universe has been coming out, that Boomer Bob might want to try something different. But as soon as that happens, they go Bloodsucking Universe into Tap Dust for a quick overhead. Boomer Bob now at match point.
Yeah, Prada, the one thing that I'm seeing catch Prada more than anything else, I think, is the third hit of the far slash sequence when Boomer Bob has 50 meter. They just go for it. You have 50 meter, why not?
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I think it was that 63H right there was supposed to be 6H to get the wall break, but so not as much damage as they could have gotten, but still at the wall break. Good Beyblade.
And here we are, back to the animal cruelty. Why do you do this? You hate aquariums.
I know the setup they were trying to do. I've seen that happen so many times, but it was unfortunately just a little too late on the 2 potential pickups that they could have gotten from it. So that gave Prada another chance, but Boomer Bob took it away quickly, bringing it to a 3-1 lead to have them move into the next round where they'll be playing off against Mike Safdie.
Quick with punish on that 2H, and that's gonna put May back in the box.
Yeah, absolutely. A great showing from both players, though. Prada was, they were constantly just. Prada was definitely wanting to swap between characters constantly, and was trying to figure out whatever they could do to get through the Naga. And the Ram did end up working for them, but as soon as they lost one more, they weren't feeling as confident.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just a case of lack of confidence or what. I guess sometimes when you're on the ground, you gotta do what you gotta do, no matter how it looks to anyone else.
For sure. And also, these kinds of net play tournaments are really good for experimentation, for trying to figure out what you actually want to be. This isn't Evo. This isn't Combo Breaker. You're not playing in the 2,000 person tournament where you need to be playing at your A game 100% of the time. So spend some time figuring out, let me experiment with this matchup in a tournament setting. Figure out what I actually can do. It's always a great opportunity to experiment with that. And hopefully some good information was learned from both the players there. Now we do.
Yeah, the more you practice something in a tournament setting, the easier it is to execute in those high stress environments.
Exactly. But yeah, it looks like we got our next set of players coming up next. We have Lanziard versus Rem. Which Lanziard is I believe they're a Ramlethal player, but it looks like they might, if that is them sitting on the cabs right now.
That's Rem.
They might be playing Nago. That's Rem? Okay, so it looks like they are playing... Oh, no, that's Rem, yeah. So Rem is playing Nago, and then Lanziard is most likely playing... Well, maybe on May.
I see a May.
Whoa, did you see that? They just, clipped through the floor. Jesus.
Yeah, they had God mode toggled
on. Sometimes you're walking so powerfully, the floor can't handle you.
Deadass. I believe it's Lanziard, from what I remembered last time. Yeah.
Lanziard? Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well,
that makes sense.
Well, I feel like players should just be required to give a name and pronunciation guide when they sign up as well. That would help. But it is what it is now. Players getting into it. Also feel it. Another Ram player switching over to May in this this matchup. So potentially could be some experimentation of thinking how they feel about handling the matchup. But right now, Rem got a very, very solid early start and found an amazing hit to quickly get a wall break.
Yeah, Nagoriyuki leveraging that incredibly strong round start on the character. Ooh, excellent backdash.
Yeah, Lancer prepared for the blood-sucking universe. Oh, but Rem prepared to toss him out of the sky. Tap dust working out for them as well. And the quick
you thought you could jump out against Nagoriyuki? Why would you ever think that?
In this economy? During a pandemic? Oh, nice JK right there. Quickly just tapping them in the sky when they can, but the clone able to force a burst out over for Lancer.
Not gonna opt not to break the wall with the super. Still, holding on to 50 meter. And there it is.
They're choosing to use it now as soon as they pressure through. I actually think they were too far to hit it, confirm it with the super. That last wall break situation. They would have had to spend Fukio. They would do Fukio super, and that would have popped their blood gauge as soon as they crossed the wall. But a 6P to check him out of the sky says, I don't even need to worry about my blood gauge with my good old-fashioned talk to the hand.
Yeah.
Lancer taking the first game, now up 1-0.
Look, I know the sword hits restore my blood gauge. I'm going to punch you in the face anyway.
The sword can only do so much. We must fight honorably with our fists. They're getting back into it just quickly, not spending time swapping characters, not wanting to think. Lancer deciding they want to stick with the May.
Yeah, I think a lot of that first game was just Rem playing at Nago's pace and Lancer also playing at Nago's pace. Oh, okay, a bit of a whiff on the wall break, but when you have infinite blood, it doesn't really matter, I guess.
Yeah. Checking him out now, toss him out with tick throw, hit him again, RC. Doesn't even give him a chance to burst out of it with the 6H, getting perfect there.
Yeah, but those are the situations that make Nagoriyuki a fun character to watch. He can just do things.
Yep. He's definitely a doing things character, and right now he's doing a lot of blood-sucking universes. Going for the Beyblade at the very end where they can PRC to take their turn back. Counter hit close slash actually should deal a very healthy chunk.
I think you're popping.
No, they are, yeah, because the third hit of the slash series is weird at the wall with that much blood damage.
Yeah, I kind of had to burst that, otherwise I think Ren might have been just in.
Yeah, you have to burst it early on, and Lancier wasn't opting to fade it, but they were opting. Really yeah. A good block in the overhead, but Rem prepared for it once again after the quick scramble situation to check with the 2S, now taking it, back up to 2-0.
Yeah, I think it was probably the optimal capitalization off of the blood pop. Just very hard to make that count when the burst is on table.
So you want to do, as the May player, you want to do overhead kiss. Because that drags, I think, like, at least 40% of their health bar just to so generally if you can, but sometimes at the ranges you can't get the run up overhead kiss. But if you're close up enough, that's definitely the decision you want. Good burst out there from Lancier. PRC to quickly reset the pressure. 2H. Split gauge down and allows them to keep it going.
That time match after the first two far slashes.
Yeah. So they've been trying to frame trap with it earlier on, so Lancier now knowing that they're going to not want to do anything with it. But unfortunately, trying to take this.
Yeah, it was kind of a checkmate situation. Lancier kind of had to make things happen, and Rem, when you got buttons that big, you don't really have to move forward.
Oh no, the triple! Do it again. Do it again. No, I'm mashing out of it saying I'm not getting hit with the 4 blood-sucking universes, but it doesn't matter. You're taking so much damage there. Rem just uses one more touch for some solid damage at the wall, not even to spend the RC afterwards.
I'm very happy Rem went for the 4th one.
That was that's how you know they're a real Nago players. I'm just gonna bite you. We're just gonna. You're
Look,
in my
I'm
universe.
hungry. I didn't bring my lunch.
It's been a long
What are you
day.
gonna do about it?
I had to skip dinner. But an excellent showing from Rem there. Just like dominance the entire time, and it'll be good to see them moving on forward. But still a great showing from Lancier. Hopefully, we will hopefully see them in the next in the future parts of our losers bracket.
Yeah, I really just hope that Lancier can pick themselves back up and make a good losers run. Just sort of get their feet under them and then come back and try again.
Well, I think their feet were definitely under them, like in the beginning of that game. I think they were they were very confident in how they were playing, but Rem just went like leg
sweep.
Yeah, just
your feet are no longer under you.
They swept the leg, Johnny. But they swept it with the sharp side of a katana. And
your feet are no longer attached to you.
Yes. But you saw once Lancier was actually able to get the May game plan going, Rem was kind of having a hard time dealing with it. They were just finding these small little gaps that they were able to get out of the pressure sequences, and then that led them to just dominate the match as soon as they were able to get into that. But speaking of dominating matches, we've now got Mike Saftig versus Boomer Bob, the Soul Bad Guy versus the Naga Ryuki. This is an interesting match because I feel like I hear every Soul complain about this matchup, but I also feel like I hear about every Naga complain.
That sounds about right, honestly. Both of these characters can be incredibly frustrating to play against. I would say one of the biggest holes in Soul's offense is that you can jump out of a decent amount of it, except Nagoriyuki kind of doesn't have an air dash. So it's a little bit harder for Nagoriyuki to deal with that, and then Soul can DP out of things, but if Nagoriyuki's trying to go for the command throw...
Yeah, and Mike's definitely trying to just avoid those situations as much as possible. You saw early on Boomerang just immediately 16 the Bandit Bringer. which really set, I think, the tone of what this match is going to be. Because you can see earlier on, Mike is just trying to put them in constant scramble situations, just like that JK, and tries to go for the cross of one as well. On the quick check with the close slash at the very end, Mike trying to finish these scrambled eggs early on, but gets hit with a counter hit DP right at the start. Boombob doesn't get a full punish on.
I believe that was a back dash.
Yeah.
Excellent timing from Mike. And here we are in that corner pressure.
Yeah, but just a quick hit out of it right there. Mike wasn't keeping it as tight in the air, but they were trying to keep it tight on the ground, but the Night Raid Vortex goes slightly too far. BRC out, you're still getting counter hit force. Burst out from Boomer Bob.
Yeah, the thing I'm really liking about Mike Safdik's play here is he's very patient, just letting the Goriyuki move forward into him. Because, you know, he doesn't really need to press the advantage that much. Ooh. Boomer Bob, once again, I believe we saw that last time Boomer Bob was on stream. Kept dropping hits at the end of a round.
Yeah, it definitely can happen to the best of us. And Mike lives for the scramble. I think it's one very important thing to recognize if you're not super familiar with Mike's gameplay, is that they will go for scramble situations, and then they go for some like slightly obtuse options, like jump, like in situations where it's like, oh, we're going to be scrambling, we're both going to be going into the air. Instead of going for just like a JK to try to control space, or like a JH to just try to get a quick button out, they'll go like double jump bandit bringer, just to try to next level you.
Yeah.
So Boomer Bob really has to prevent those kinds of situations from coming up. But once they're able to, and you saw earlier on, once Boomer Bob was in control, Mike had to make some gambles to get out of it. And if you can guess correctly on those, you'll get punished appropriately for it, like forcing the burst right there.
Yeah, Boomer Bob's doing a really good job of challenging Mike Safdik here. Just seeing those small gaps in Mike's pressure and putting the exact right button in place again. Of course, you can't do that forever. Now you're in the corner, getting punched in the face by some bad guy, but who here hasn't done that once or twice?
So true, and they're getting popped for it as well. Just quick button confirm into Tyrant Rave to close it out. Mike showing how comfortable they feel in the matchup, knowing that's all they needed to take them out. That was a lot of Fukios. Played Mario 64 right now in the match. It's a side swap back to mid-screen as well, with that blood gauge building up pretty high.
Yeah. Once again, we're seeing the classic full screen neutral.
Now, yeah, you can see Boomer Bob really just trying to control the spacing, trying to catch Mike out for what they're doing. It ends up working out great for them.
Yeah.
Utilizing the 2S to check any kind of button press or movement that Mike was trying to do.
Yeah, one thing I'm wondering if Boomer Bob might want to do, because Bob is the one moving forward here. Maybe just get the life lead and react. 100% of the time.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I mean...
At the same time, though, Bob is doing a really good job of keeping that offense and making it work now, so if it's working, why not?
Yeah, you can see Mike is really just trying to find, like, as soon as that pressure comes forward, they're really having to hold it, but Mike finds a really good confirm with the Night Raid Vortex into the RC, does the max damage possible off of the tick counter, so tries to DP out, but it still recovers in time. Another good 6P on the Bandit Revolver right there, just ending in far slash series. Down.
Yeah, just the slightly wrong button from Boomer Bob to punish that DP, and got punished.
Yeah.
And now here we are down to a last hit scenario. Oh, yeah, you kind of had to do that.
Yeah, pops it out. Guard Crush doesn't matter when a quick tap to the chest gives that one to Mike as well. Now Mike up 2-0.
Yeah, that game was a lot closer. It felt like Boomer Bob was really finding the right pace to play this match in.
Yes, definitely Boomer Bob was switching to, like, controlling more of that mid-screen space. A lot of early on, they were trying to let Mike do things and then play very reactionary to them, which when we saw in the previous game, Boomer Bob played, that's also how they piloted it. They were playing pretty reactionary, which is it's not a negative thing or a bad thing. It's just you either play aggressively or passively in that sort of style. And Boomer Bob and then Mike is now like not 100% sure what they want to be doing once that happens. You can see as soon as the pressure comes early on, Mike just really wants to block, really wants to play defensive, tries to get out of these situations. But if how Mike's wanting to get out, Boomer Bob checks just like with that 5K right there. It's not the biggest confirms, but it's confirms nonetheless, and that's going to add up over time.
Yeah, Boomer Bob playing really excellently around spacing there. And ooh,
good DP.
I like that DP.
Mike right there. Good YRC out, yeah, just not wanting to deal with any of the slash pressure at all.
Yeah, but Bob just says, you know what, you're gonna deal with it anyway, I don't care if you don't want to. And there goes the round.
Yeah, and it's like, with how, like, very, you know, like, sprint forward that Boomer Bob has switched up to, working out great for them. Mike, though, finding a couple of really good hits, but not able to find the counter hit 2D confirmed. Space slightly too out.
There's another counter hit. Does actually get the confirm this time. It's not fighting to a wall break.
Yeah, the counter hit Bandit Bringer will be a little hard, but the 6S should give him a chance to reset back to mid-screen. Crick RC to try to bait the burst and immediately into the Tyrant Rave to not allow them to do it.
Yeah, Bob not even trying. Probably the biggest. Even if Mike wasn't gonna bait it, I think that might just.
Yeah, it was a very like solid decision making process right there. You saw earlier on though the immediate respect that these players now both have for each other with the quick and early backdash. They're both just understanding like, okay, we're gonna do our thing and we're gonna see who's able to come out as the top, but Boomer Bob has to be careful. Doesn't have a lot of blood gauge to work with. Mike just trying to bait out normal. Trying to go for an aggressive. But you can't be too non-aggressive with it. Was that a TKH Viper Drift RC down?
Sure was.
That is Mike's after. All right. Oh, but what a 2H confirm right at the very end right there for Boomer Bob. Now, Boomer Bob's putting a point on the board.
Yeah, that was a really excellent way to finish off that game, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what else Boomer Bob has in their bag of tricks here.
Yeah. You saw Mike realize it was like, okay, we're going to reset back to full stream. We're both just going to try to whiff punish each other there. But he realized that wasn't going to work. Because not only is Naga going to outrange you unless you're very like quick to react with a 6P onto a far slash or a 5H that was coming out to you. That blood gauge was ticking down, and Mike needs to really utilize it, or not needs to, but he has been utilizing the blood gauge as sort of a win condition and just get these very, very large confirms. And trying to force Boomer Bob into popping it at missed opportune times.
Yeah. Yeah. The blood gauge is not just something you should be paying attention to. As the opponent, you should be keeping your eyes on that just as much.
Exactly. Wood burst out there from Boomer Bob, giving them a chance to start, but now these DPs working out for Mike. On a wake up, punishing a lot with bringing onto the table, goes for a quick low after the RC.
And here, Bob getting patient again.
Goes for the run-up. Were they buffering the fuzzy block? No, they weren't. Gonna get punished for this with the super. Now you can see a quick double Fukio, but it's getting punished. Mike knowing that you can't do a double Fukio there. So now it's a big confirm into the corner 5H. One-touch situation for both these players.
Oh. That's it on 6H.
Yep.
Gets advantage.
You see right there, that's what I was talking about that earlier, the double jump made it, bro. Boomer Bob finding a really good confirm early, but not able to fully close it out, which gives Mike a chance. Getting a confirm now forces the burst out.
Yeah, that was a fantastic burst timing from Mike, just to take the corner.
You see, it's happening once again, but Mike, doesn't have the life lead here, has to force Boomer Bob to do something to try to get the party started, and now, once they try to take it on their own, Boomer Bob gets the good confirm, and is very confident, just hold them down back.
Taking a quick break to engaging gorilla to gorilla communication.
Exactly.
It's the universal language of 2S.
I like the delay air dash there over from Mike to get out of the air grab attempt.
Oh no!
But the blood gauge pops, and that's going to be a quick, just quick buttons into Tyrant Ray, dealing for some solid damage.
What a backdash!
Yeah.
What a backdash! I was terrified for a moment there that we were just gonna see Bob drop out, but we've got at least one more round left in us.
Yep, we sure do. I know I've seen some people go for like Heavy Mob Cemetery there, if like you run up Heavy Mob Cemetery to try to get it down a little more, but the spacing can be a little hard to actually get to confirm. Mike doesn't even need those with that very good confirm at the wall. Into the Tyrant Rave, gonna get the hard knockdown with good Okizeme. Just confident with one well.
Ooh.
I say that, and then he gets hit with the counter hit 6H.
Bob trying to wait out the burst bait, but Mike just a little bit too patient there.
Yeah.
It's one of the few times this set that Boomer Bob has run out of patience first.
Yes, most definitely. Oh my god, Matcherino? What can you do on Matcherino? What can you claim codes for free money to give to the players?
But there might even be sponsor quests.
I just realized I had my mic muted on stream, but not on Discord.
Oh.
I am a fool. Oh, classic streamer nonsense.
Hey, streaming is a blow up, as we always say, but what I can talk about is I can talk about the Matcherino that we have here. Make sure to check it out. We got a bunch of sponsor quests. We got codes that can still be claimed. That's free money. Normally, when you get free money, the IRS is going to be wanting to report you for it, but in this case, it's going to the players. It's all available on the site. Please check it out at the Matcherino. Do we have a Matcherino command?
We do. Exclamation point Matcherino.
Exclamation point Matcherino. Use that and check out the Matcherino. Check out the sponsor quest. A lot of cool blue buttons you can press to add more money in the pot as well. So please check it out while we wait.
Yeah, and even if, like me, you don't really like hogging up your social media, you can still just contribute $1 to the sponsor quest. Yeah. There's stuff you can do.
For sure.
There's a little bit of something for everyone.
Oh yeah. And it's all easy money, chat. Easy money to be claimed for these players, or if you're feeling extra generous, you know? You can hit up with direct contribution. We already have $30.25 in the pot. And I believe someone donated $5. Yes, Hex yesterday, the homie. Thank you for contributing $5 to the pot. My goodness, and getting that code for the extra 25 cents. Man, my segue earlier was going so good until I looked down at the audio mix and I just saw a gray line as my voice was going, and I was just like, oh, incredible timing.
I can't count the amount of times that I've done that, so I think everyone gets it.
The amount of times that, like, I set everything up perfectly to start stream, like today, and my microphone just stopped working the second I hit go live. And I didn't realize until we obviously switched to the tournament. And I'm just like, oh, my mic isn't on. I don't see any of the green lights going up and down.
Yeah.
There's always that one thing.
Always. It's I don't know. Streaming is a blow up.
Streaming is a blow up.
You do what you can, and if things go wrong, oh well.
Yeah. I believe both of the players are in. Just waiting on them to get onto the cab here. It's Danny, who I haven't seen play yet, and Rem.
Danny and Rem playing. All right, yes, we saw Rem earlier on, playing the Naga Ryuki, and working wonders with it. And then Danny is a Kai player, right?
Looks like it from what I can see.
Yep.
believe
Looks
so.
like they're sticking with the Kai Kisuke.
Oh. We're getting a battle of swords. Let's go.
This is an honest samurai duel. They're both gonna.
Yeah, honest samurai duel. As soon as you break out the lightning, all bets are off.
It's the lightning and the blood. Alright, yeah, quick use of the clone right now to stop the stun edge from that distance, not allowing them to have it. Now, pressure going once again, but a good jump out. Gonna give Danny a nice confirm.
I love that routing from Danny, keeping it first.
Yeah, I think it's pretty important to try to keep it as burst safe as possible versus Nago, because you want to force them to use the burst at your opportune time when the blood is getting high, especially because you know that they're going to try to control the neutral space better than you if you allow them to. But a good use of lightning car right there, going to get a nice wall-to-wall conversion as well, and you charge stun edge applies shock staple IRC out.
Danny, I was about to say has 50 meter to play with, but 50 meter doesn't matter when you get your ankles sliced.
Nope. Rem doing a really good job of using the 2S to check any kind of forward movement that Danny could be doing. But Danny presses on the backdash and now finds a great confirmed Fudra arc to get the wall break. Still sitting 50 meter though, trying to use it potentially for some opportunity. Trying to make something happen here. Falling JS right there gives them the confirm that they're looking for into Kai right the lightning.
Kai continuing to do Kai things. When
Ride
the
the lightning
Goryuki
never
is a little
kills.
bit beefy.
Ride the lightning never kills. It's never killed in any games. And you can see Danny almost getting hit out of the blood-sucking universe, but prepared for it, jumps out of it and confirms with JH. Good.
Yeah, Danny's placement with these jumps and these DPs has been spot on this whole game so far.
Yeah, I'll try to use the 6P to anti-air out right there, but Rem was just slightly at the wrong angle for it now.
Use the JD to alter momentum. Yeah, this might be a little bit dangerous for Rem at full blood.
Charge stun edge to control the spacing, tries to check him in the air with the JD, but Danny staying on the ground, finding another good hit back in the corner. Stun edge to reset the gaps, but now it's Rem's turn to pressure. Danny jumping out once again.
Yeah, that distance with that much blood, why not just turn stun edge?
You see tap dust RC gonna work out great for them because Rem didn't have the blood gauge to try to play around too much there. I mean, Danny taking the first point on the board.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just incredibly clean. That's, I think, the main word I would use to describe Danny's play there.
Yeah, Danny was just very like it was very clinical. It was like, okay, I know exactly what you're gonna do, and I'm just gonna press you for it every single time. And you saw Rem get the appropriate hits when they came, but Danny was just able to get more off of them and get them more consistently, which really allowed them to snowball those games. But Rem definitely not out of it just yet. Fukio back, clone just checked with the 6P. Say no thank you, I'm good.
Yeah, Nagoriyuki never out of it. Speaking of never out of it, that was a really excellent 6-8, 2-inch. Look,
The jump back at a... Yep. The jump back block there. Gonna be punishing the super on there now. Trying to check his 5K, trying to do whatever they can. Charge stun edge, forces the jump in once again. Gonna give Rem a chance to burst out there. But as what we were saying, bursting at a misopportune time has a lot of blood gauge to work with, but they can't be too predictable with their pressure, because Danny, just like that, gonna punish them for it.
Yep. Just a quick tap 5D to get the overhead mix, and that's around.
Yeah, you see Rem now choosing to be a little more aggressive, getting checked 2P, tries to backdash again, getting hit with a close slash. Danny feeling confident right now in how they're playing.
Yeah, Kai overall has a lot of active frames. This is a very hard character to backdash in general.
Oh, the weird burst timing on there gives them the side swap, which allows them to get one more hit into Ride the Lightning segment. Now burst safe, but it's Ride the Lightning, it never kills, so Rem still has one more chance. YRC out, gets blocked, you get punished for it.
Oh, YRC bait. Yeah, there's some characters that you got to be really careful about your YRC with, and Ty with all those active frames, that incredible meaty 5K is one of them.
Yeah, it's very, very dangerous, especially for a character like Naga who doesn't have the ability to try to press in those situations. And you can see Rem recognizing it, knowing that Danny has the download on that, has that matchup figured out. Let's bring out the next wild card, bringing the bike in to the table.
Yeah, Danny's been forcing the respect with all these options, but Biken is a character that thrives on disrespect and just doesn't really have to respect many things most characters.
Good 5H right there from Danny. But you see Danny already able to shift immediately into a new game plan, not needing a minute to think, not needing any time, just quickly saying, okay, yeah, you're done with Naga, fine, I'll play your game. And
yeah, the one thing Biken does have to respect, projectiles.
Yes. But she also doesn't have to respect Ty's life bar. She can find a very solid confirm. Getting a nice 50% combo right there. Danny, though, still has RC available to him. And the quick stunt lightning guard into the RC. But look at the full conversion at that distance.
Actually hits the
Using the air gun to punish the fireball right there. And now it's a scramble situation. It's dangerous for either of them. But Danny's able to find the first confirm, now sitting match point.
Yeah, Rem's patience there is being cautious, making sure not to lose the round off of a wild DP or something. I respect that.
Good 2S check on the forward momentum, tries to jump over, but still getting punished for it. Danny is reading Rem like a book.
Really good conversion from Rem. Getting the wall break, getting the knee.
Oh, nice falling JH, but just slightly too high of a hit to get any continuation of the combo off of it there. But now Danny has to try to control the space, getting touched by the gun once again in the quick run-up low into the RC. Give Rem a chance to stay alive.
Yeah, that's the kind of play you want to see from a Viking with 100 meters. Use your tools to bulldog your way in through neutral, and then don't give your opponent a chance to recover.
Yeah, because as soon as you do, you get into these kinds of situations where Danny's already dealing 50%, and you're going to find another really good confirm right here. Just quickly charge stun edge.
And that time, the falling JH doesn't work out. Get 6 speed into a super confirm, and that's going to do it.
Yeah, the Sacred Edge confirms being a lot more used than previously if you're not super familiar with what Kai's been doing recently, because not too many Kai's still out there roaming the streets, but Danny showing up who can put in the work and taking out with a quick and clean 3-0.
Yeah. And once again, just clean really was the word from Danny there.
Yep. Playing
incredibly measured, incredibly precise, doing exactly the right thing in exactly the right situation.
And they brings themselves to the lore-appropriate winners finals here of Mike Saftig versus Danny, Soul Bad Guy versus Kai Kisuke. But that matchup's going to be coming in a little bit, because we got some losers matches that we can go through for our top 8 before we get into that. Because up next, we have 2 people that we have seen on stream before. We got Lanciered, and we got Adu.
Yeah, my memory is garbage. I already forgot what Adu plays.
Adu is playing Soul,
Soul.
And their Soul was very like their Soul confirms that they were getting were very, very, very consistent. They did end up getting knocked into losers by Danny though, so it's something we'll have to see if they can get through. Then Lanciered was playing May for the games, but I believe someone was mentioning earlier, like before the stream started, that they were a Ram player, so they might bring that out. They might stick with the Ram. They could bring a whole new third thing. It's a special surprise for us, but we'll have to see once they get into the lobby. And if you weren't here before, once again, check out the Matcherino, !Matcherino. Please claim those codes. I want to see all the codes gone by Grand Finals.
We have 32 codes left to be claimed, y'all. Everything and anything helps. Please make sure to claim them all.
That's a solid number of codes. Yeah, that was like 7 codes in one match. Let's just keep getting the 7 codes over and over again and keep it going forward.
And we're almost halfway there. This is doable. We can make it. Only 50. It's real easy.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is go over to the Match Arena site and click a couple of buttons.
Yeah. But it looks like Lancier is actually sticking with the May through the rest of this. Has the good level count as well, so they know what they're doing. But let's see if they can know what to do to handle the pressure from Adu. Right, good early checks early on, but a counter hit 5H.
Oh, okay. Doesn't get punished, just runs up and takes the pressure.
Yeah, it was slightly too delayed of a press right there to get the counter hit on the 6H, but it still ended up being pretty okay for them, finding the a good confirm to reset back to mid-screen, not let Adu keep the pressure going too crazy.
Yeah, Lancer seemed like they were right where they wanted to be in that situation, really.
Good PRC4 to check with the low, showing that Adu just wants to stand back.
Gotta be careful pulling out a beach ball against a character with low profile moves like Night Raid Vortex.
Against the lowest profile. Well, no, but close to the lowest profile. And you can see Adu was trying to find the lowest. No, not lowest, but there was a very good confirm over there with the RC to close out that round.
Yeah, anti confirm?
Yeah, there we go. A high confirm right there. And you can see Lancer also get a very high confirm right there with a quick scramble into a very solid combo, getting him to charge 6H there.
Yeah, speaking of solid combos, that was just a really good confirm. Don't know what else to say about that.
Yeah, that was a very, very, like, a good recognition of, like, hey, I can confirm here. I know Adu's not going to want to pop the burst this late into the round, so let's just take the round where we can. Adu showing, you took that round, I'll take this. Hitting you with the dust loop like it's 2013.
Yeah. Lancier getting that burst back here. Still has a little bit of room to play, though.
Oh, DPRC. Good safe jump, but the DPRC keeps Adu safe, and then immediately gets a good hit into the low, and now you're getting hit with counter hit Night Raid Vortex into the burst bait.
That was perhaps the most unfortunate way a game could have ended here.
It's up there. It's definitely up there. That was just a lot of very, very good, hard reads over there from Adu, putting the first point on the board.
Yep. Sometimes it just be like that, and you gotta pick yourself up, dust yourself off, get right back into it.
Sometimes it do in fact be like that. Well, obviously if Lancier can make those adjustments they need to not have it be like that, or if it do can keep it be how it do. Figure it out right now, and Lancier already getting some good hits as well as a good throw right there. Gonna give him a safe jump. Just do it again. Yeah, right. Comedy jokes.
Taking that safe jump. Answered. Playing a bit patiently here.
And you can already see Adu already shifted their game plan, knowing that how much Lancier was wanting to go for the strike throw there. Just quick confirm, knockdown into strike throw will work out great for them. But Adu trying to whiff punish where they can and finally getting that Night Raid Vortex checked for the kill with the IADJK at the very end.
Yep, no hesitance there, no expectation there was going to be a burst and Adu doesn't use it.
Good run up check, trying to jump out once again. Here just having to block, tries to use the JD to reset the air momentum a little bit, but a good IBFD gonna give them the backdash out. Just trying to not get hit by these large buttons, but the Night Raid Vortex comes through.
Yeah, all the things you're gonna get whiff punished by, Night Raid Vortex has got to be the one that feels the worst. And a quick reset in the throw.
It's the funniest thing to get whiff punished by. Yeah, I got whiff punished by the low, like it's like getting whiff punished by stroke to victory.
That is also incredibly funny.
Yeah. Good throw over there for Adu and a good 6S to keep it burst safe, but not able to get the punish on the fall right there due to the distance.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised the gunslinging didn't hit falling down.
Yeah, it's always a little weird with whiff burst in this game if you're not like right up next to them. And Lancier gonna make
Lancier.
Yeah. Lancier made a quick work of saying, hey, you didn't punish that? Fine, I'm going to punish you for not punishing it. And now it takes that one, tying it up 1-1.
Yeah. Quick Roma cancel confirm, making sure to finish out. One day I will say the right words. Like I said, I don't control what comes out of my mouth, it just happens.
Hi, baby.
Right, getting into it, we'll see. You know, we've seen a lot of, I was gonna say, a lot of aggression early on from Lance. You'd wonder if they're going to keep with it, but Adu was ready to press and got punished for it.
Yeah. See, here we are in the corner. Lancier making use of May's plentiful air and strong air options.
Lancier going for it again, tries to go for a cheeky little overhead setup there after being pretty consistent, but Adu was prepared to mash on it. But Lancier prepared to mash. It did. It converted into a wall break into the Shamu special. Giving Lancier another edge. The pendulum of victory swinging.
Attempted burst bait doesn't quite work out.
Yeah. Adu really just trying to find out how to open him up, trying to do whatever they can. Right now, Throw's working out great for them because Lancier is very confident in just FDing out of the pressure.
That time actually jumps out of the throw, but a double jump means there's no punish.
So unfortunate, gets the anti-air conversion, but isn't able to convert into the Bandit Revolver, getting a wild throw whiff at the very end. But still, Adu close that out.
Ooh, big old counter hit, just gonna turn that into whatever you can, get the side switch, get a knockdown. Oh no!
Good clash recognition, just going immediately into the Dolphin there and getting the overhead kiss in the corner.
It seems dead to me.
Nope, because going for the 6H there, so didn't have.
I was looking at the wrong meter, my mistake.
Yeah. Oh, I do it all the time, especially in game. I look at the wrong meter constantly. Lancier was looking at the right one there and was able to close it out. Now Lancier bring it up 2-0 or 2-1.
Yep. One more whiff punish, finishing out that game. This really has just been a set of spacing, I think.
Yeah, it's honest footsies. It's what it can be brought down to. But it definitely is up to the players to try to play like that, because I've definitely seen the matchup go where it becomes like aggression strike throw, where it becomes just trying to get you into constant Oki situations and baiting out DPs. But there's a lot of different ways you can play it, and these players have adapted early on, and they're just playing it pretty honest.
Ooh, a little bit of an unfortunate drop, losing the corner too there.
Yeah, I think they were trying to get a move forward, or they were trying to get a JD there, but they ended up getting air throw, so a little unfortunate. But Adu still keeping the pressure going, now getting the ground throw.
Yeah. One more counter hit will do it. Just nothing fancy, just confirms straight into the Bandit Revolver, and that's gonna do the round.
Yeah, Adu just very confident to do the micro walk back at round start, see what Lancier's going to do and punish appropriately. Ends up working out for them early on, but Lancier finding a good grab and finding some good hits to really build up the damage.
I hope the cross up from Lancier though. Keeping it ambiguous, making sure they don't know what way they're blocking.
Good checks below. RC keeps it going. A good 6P out there from Lancier. Reset back to neutral, allow them to play that footsies game.
Yeah, unfortunately, you do kind of lose footsies when you poke your hand into a gunfight.
Well, Dolphin don't have feet, so it makes sense. But the wild throw comes and says, "No more shimmies, no more shamus, only a round point victory." Now bringing it tied 2-2.
SeaWorld more like Earthworld, because I'm gonna dunk. Bury you, bury your head underground.
Well,
Proud of you, Link. So proud of you. Shut up.
It was an excellent fire world right there. You know, just bringing the explosion afterwards. Apparently doing a good job of checking out a lot of the neutral options that Lancier had to bring out to the table with the 6Bs with the 2 S's. But now Lancier gets the opportunity to start their turn once again. Let's keep it the plus range 6H into the beach ball. Just some quick things.
Yeah, not doing anything that could risk eating a burst. Just, I don't know, just take the counter hit and run away. Oh! No punish. There's another counter hit. Roman can. No one had to burst it. Didn't need it.
Yeah, it's one of those you have to burst bait it, but because you're never sure if your opponent's actually going to want to respect the burst that late into a round. So
yeah,
definitely a good option, but was able to quickly close out. Lancier trying to turn this into the trying to swing into victory into their hands, but June still smells blood in the water.
Yeah, I do finally use their burst, but I almost feel like it might have been too little.
It's a little too late with that mash at the very end. It's gonna give Lancier the win over them and let them move forward in the losers' quarter to take on Boomer Bob.
Yep. Bringing in the pirate crew to celebrate, have a nice party afterwards.
Yeah. Bringing the crew, waiting for Johnny to be revealed this weekend. I have no idea. Because it's the what is the name of the event? The Korea event is happening, as well as UFA is happening over in France.
God, don't get my hopes up. If I'm gonna switch to the interlude real quick. If Johnny gets in this game, I'm going to lose my mind. I love Johnny so much. He's my favorite Guilty Gear character. I would be invested as a player again in this game if Johnny is in the game. Like, oh my god, give me my son. Give me my coin-tossing son. Give me the samurai sheath unsheathed. Give me all the bullshit. Give me all the bullshit. Give me the unblockable.
Well, you're gonna have the Strive rendition design of him where Johnny's hat is actually gonna be like 4 times wider.
Yeah, personally, I think the character I most want to see revealed is Busy, just because I've been going back to Exar, going back to Trial Plus R. I've been playing Dizzy in those games, and she's very fun.
I don't know. I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I want to see new characters. I want to see the new stuff that they can bring to the table. Because I play every other Gear game. I can see what all these other characters do in those games. I can deal with. It's like someone's like, "Oh, I want Zappa," and I'm like, "No, I don't. I don't want to deal with that in this game. I want to keep that in its own little contained special box."
Yeah, I think as far as mechanical changes, the thing I would be most interested to see is what they do with ABBA if she would come back. Because I can't imagine she would come back the same, because Nagoriyuki's kind of got a similar gimmick in Strive right now.
Yeah, but that's the same thing with like saying that like Sin wouldn't come back, even though we know Sin is like probably gonna be in this season, or like...
Yeah, I'm not saying they don't come back, I'm saying I want to see what they do when they have a similar function in the game already.
Oh, that's fair, yeah, I don't know, Strive characters are in an interesting spot, because they... What did Romola say? The yassification of Guilty Gear characters.
Yeah, like, that rings a bell.
But they're like streamlining them and simplifying the core concepts. They've been doing that for every single game. You look at the Double X series into the Exerd series, then Exerd into Strive. They're condensing what these characters do to a really core level. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, they're taking the same core concepts and just distilling them, I guess, is the term I would use.
Yeah, distilling. Yeah, it's something. I don't know. Yassifying is very appropriate.
It's easier to remember if you say yassifying, because that's a phrase that sticks in your head.
True. Yeah, it'll be very interesting. It'll be very interesting to see.
Yeah, honestly, whatever comes, I'm just excited to see it. This game is a lot of fun. It's been the first fighting game that I've really put so much time into, and it's been an absolute delight to see it unfold and see how things turn out. Just see what comes next.
It is a wonderful game, and I love to see it always, just like I love to see the game that we got coming up. We got fresh on the Milia, Asar on the Biken. Gonna be bringing on the loser side here at the start of our top 8. Or the end of the top 8, round 1.
Yeah, I feel like this would be a very interesting matchup to watch, because both of these characters have very strong, very dominant air options.
But one thing you have to really worry about is the strength of Biken right now in her current state is just the amount of damage that she can bring to the table while keeping up a lot of plus range pressure. So Fresh has to be very careful like that. Getting hit with the JH, you're going to see huge damage set up into an Oki situation with lots of the overheads now. Getting this mix.
Yeah, just like you said, a lot of damage, still ended in a plus range scenario.
Tommy out with the rope as well, and this always makes it a little hard, but finds the JH at the very end, still keeping the mix-up, keeping pressure.
Ooh. Doesn't even go near him, just lets Asar do something and get hit.
It's the classic no mix, where you force them to guess on it, but they're still getting hit regardless, because you're just big chilling up in the air.
Yeah. Mix is best when you're letting your opponent do it to themselves.
Exactly. You can see the Fresh is going to want to try to loop that over and over again, but Asar just needs these 1 or 1.5 hits, really, but they're not even getting it. Charged Dust comes through to get the punish, doesn't want to pop Winger. Get the YRC. Yeah,
that actually makes me wonder, can Baiken parry YRC?
Yes. Because Baiken parry functions identical to Leo parry, and Leo parry can.
Okay.
It's just harder to do, because Baiken parry, while it's a 1-frame startup, you have at minimum 3 frames, or sorry, 3 frames of the actual input for parry versus Leo parry, where it's just tap D while back. But I believe she can. I'm not like 100% certain, but if it works the same, it would parry.
Yeah, actually, after the tournament, I'm gonna go and test that, see if it's possible. I'm sure if it's doable, a human can do it. But...
Oh yeah, it's definitely doable, but maybe in a tournament setting, not as optimal to do. Just like what Fresh is doing right now, trying to get the optimal pressure going, forces the burst out from Asar.
We got that constantly mix going, and there's our first parry of the set.
Yep. There's the parry, and at an opportune time as well for some big damage to Tommy Oki coming through. In the plus frames, tries to hit him with the Kabari, but Fresh was willing to just stay away, and now into the disc again for the mix. YRC comes through and now throws Fresh.
Yeah, the timing on that YRC was fantastic. Ooh.
What a great time to press 5H right there, or Asar.
Yeah, Milia, don't think she really gets to keep her never Estes.
I like that decision making from Fresh, choosing to just keep them at the wall, because sometimes early on they can be not prepared for it, so it is a little bit of a risky thing if the opponent is prepared to just tack out and reset back to neutral, but Asar wasn't, so now they got a great side swap for them though into another big damage combo at the wall, choosing to keep it even though in the post wall break situation.
Not really. Just looking at one more hit. A little bit of health. Still has a burst. I think they can use it effectively. It's a little tricky at this stage of the game. But there it is.
Oh, what a great confirm from Fresh in the corner. You saw really early on right there, Asar was just constantly in the air trying to bait out the gunshot to get a good confirm, but Fresh was constantly staying right above them, or like right in the upper left corner away from them, knowing, just saying, hey, we're not letting this happen. We gotta play the honest games here.
And that was some really good movement.
Fresh is definitely feeling the momentum right now. Goldburst, though, working out for Asar. Gonna get the JH into the Ozansen, but Fresh blocks it. Asar still getting the pressure going.
Room cancels to make sure the confirm happens, but the second hit of Tatami kind of ruins it.
Fresh is trying to keep the momentum going. Not trying to let anything like that happen. Finds a good hit, but Kabari not able to pick it up. But the 6P gives a good counter hit.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit scrambly. Asar doesn't seem like they know what's going on right now.
I mean, sometimes Milia just puts you into the scrambled situation, and sometimes she adds a little bit of cheese and green onions to the top of that scrambled egg mix right there, and did that this time to take the round.
Yep, and Asar just didn't take their lactate. Can't handle the cheese.
I was not expecting that. Yeah, that was like... That is a very like prime opportunity that you see a lot of Millies want to get into. If they get into these low life situations where they're both really close to each other, they're going to just constantly be going for this scramble over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And as the opponent, you really need to try to like pressure out and do something very, very, sometimes maybe a little risky, because if the Millies just jumping around, they might not be blocking while they're in the air. He can find some big damage for it, but a good hits early on just trades back and forces the burst out now from both of them early on.
Yeah, that's what you want to do, these mix-up here, is you want to force scrambles, because you spend a lot more time in scrambles than a lot of other players. You're the one with the most experience in this situation.
Just like Asar is experienced with that super confirm into the wall break, but it doesn't kill. Fresh living on a single pixel right now. Gets the YRC into the throw. This time Asar, though, still has 50 meters, so anything's possible in this game.
Pixel in a dream. Let's see if Fresh can make that dream happen. And it looks like they might. Oh, even the reset into the throw.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, you see, once it gets into these scramble situations where Fresh just is like, all right, I just got to be as confident as I can because I lose otherwise. Asar is like, they're stunned, they're paralyzed, and you can see Fresh now taking that to the fullest effect, getting good trades, but Asar finds a nice, good confirmed reset back to neutral.
Yeah. Yeah, you just in any competitive scenario, you want to make sure that the situation is as much to your advantage as possible, and a lot of times that means just doing the thing you're most practiced at.
Fresh doing a really good job on defense as well, just trying to do whatever they can. Capel trying to hit, but the Tatami closes that one out. Asar keeping it alive in this round.
Yeah. Really good challenge from Asar, getting a pretty substantial confirm there and the corner.
Nice JH getting the JP jail out right there, but not able to fully convert it, so that's going to be Fresh given another chance to live right now. Goes for the mix, but slightly too far to get the JH, so the remix on it will allow it to happen.
Yeah, now we see here Asar getting placed in the blender. Let's see if we're going to make a smoothie or not.
TK Bad Moon came out early on to get it once again. Techs it with the BRC, trying to bait the wall tech disc once again, knowing resetting a neutral bad. Capel to go through.
What incredible options from Fresh!
Yeah, Fresh is just playing this very well known, like, hey, I know exactly what you want to do and I'm going to punish you for it. Fresh with 2 points on the board now, I think, right? 2?
Yeah, just stops the blender, pours it into the glass, there you go. Strawberry and Viking smoothie.
Oh, that was 3, actually. That was 3. That was 3. I thought it was only 2. I thought we still had 1 more game, but Fresh was keeping it fresh with those games, keeping me on the edge of my seat, and moving forward to fight Rem.
Yes, actually, no. Rem DQ'd themselves out of the tournament. Actually.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah.
All the best to Rem.
So yes. Fresh advances to loser semis. So right now we're going to have Boomer Bob and Lancer.
All right.
Losers quarters.
All right.
While we're waiting, chat, please make sure to hit up that match arena. We got plenty of codes left.
Not
31 to be exact. We're sitting at $30.90.
Hey, that's a very reasonable price pool, but you know, you can still have your support if you go ahead and claim those codes. Also, make sure while you're at it, send the codes to your friends. Send the match arenas. Post it in whatever Discord you're in. Everyone's got a Twitter account for the time being.
Yeah.
But we all got Twitch accounts. There's so many different options that you can use to sign in onto. I think you can even just make an account with an email. I don't know. I never do it. I always have my Twitter account attached to everything for this kind of stuff. Which is, but yeah, definitely please check out the codes, check out the sponsor quests. If you have the cash, you want to donate it as well to these players that put so much time. You know, some of these people have, you know, over 1,000 hours already in this game. It's been out for only a year and a half. So please help us support these players that put in the work to help, you know, put on a show for these kind of events.
Yeah, they're all working incredibly hard out here. They're all giving us a good time. We couldn't do this without them. They deserve all the recognition we can give them.
Exactly.
Wrong transition. Sorry about that.
Looks like we have our competitors just about ready to go here.
Yep.
We got Boomer Rob on the left, Lancerd on the right, the Nago versus the May. This is a rematch of their winners quarters match.
Winners quarters was Boomerang versus Prada. I understand why you're confused. Prada did play May.
There was the Naga. So never mind. This is a fresh new match. Both these players are experienced with the matchup from what we've seen earlier in the tournament. You already see early on Lancer trying to just control the airspace, trying to get Boomerang to do something risky to punish him for it. Boomerang just keeping it clean right now.
Once again, Boomerang just being patient, letting Lancer come to them. Ooh. Big fat counter hit. Gonna be a huge wall break. Lancer gonna come in with a positive bonus, has plenty of you to work with. But maybe not plenty of life.
Oh, what a great confirm on there as well. Gonna be able to get the super as well. Not the second, not the far hit version of it to get the big damage, but still solid all around though. You still have to be worried though, because Lancer has 100 meter on deck. You can just throw him out. The blood gauge was too low, so the 2S didn't OTG, but the dust will make them check the hat on their head. Give them about the first round.
Murubab once again ready to punish any round start option.
Nice 6B right there, checking with 5H and the 2S right now, just trying to prevent any kind of the forward momentum.
And your far slash, that's gotta feel real bad.
It happens to the best of us. I'll tell you that much. See, one thing I've noticed with Lancer is they've been like very passive on using Totsugekis outside of these combo sequences. Not choosing to use it in pressure, just knowing that Boomerang is wanting to probably just snipe him out with these far slashes, but might need to throw him in there just to see if you can try to edge out where you can, because you can't just let Boomerang control all the neutral with all the meter.
Yeah.
As I say, that 6P's the end of the Dolphin right there, and does it again.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's that very clear weakness of Mr. Dolphin. 6P, it loses to 6P, it loses to low profile moves. You have to be very careful with how you throw it out if your opponent's on point. If they're looking for it, if they're ready for it, they can just beat it. And I think that's why Lancer wasn't using it quite so much.
Yeah, you saw Lancer, like, the thing is Lancer was never using it, so we didn't know that. There's not like that, oh, are they looking out for it? But you saw at the very end, you know, like, okay, you know what, we're going to try the Dolphin, see if they're checking for it, but Bob prepared for it. Now we know that option on the table, we know where to go. Lancer, if you're listening to the stream, stop it. Don't listen to me, listen to your brain. You were piloting that matter until the... And,
you're on the ground playing, we're just out here making funny word noises.
Exactly. There's a reason why you're over there and we're back.
Bob already got a lot of blood built up.
Yes, a lot. A lot of early specials. A lot of specials early on, but able to trick it down with these couple of stray hits. Already bringing it back down to 2 gauge. Throws Lancer back into the corner.
Yeah, Lancer probably expecting that to wall break, but wasn't quite ready for it not to, and got thrown for the trouble.
Yeah, and now they gotta really make it work to get back in that situation, but you're getting off again. The whale comes out for a whale.
That's one way to deal with the 5D mix-up.
They're just reversal on through it, and also finding a good overhead's a good way to get this early party damage started. DP wall break, jail him out. DP comes through, but no punish on it from Lancer.
Yeah, taking that positive bonus early on can be so key. Love that. Love that. Lancer just playing around all Boomerang's options here.
Nice 5H into the RC after the Dolphin. Yeah, just quick confirm with Shamu. Lancer now getting a quick point on board there.
Yeah, just taking you and your berth to SeaWorld and throwing you straight in the Dolphin tank.
Exactly.
And that should
yeah,
1-1.
1-1. You know,
so we got a couple of games left to go.
We got a couple. They get themselves set because these people are swinging back and forth. One thing I've been seeing with Boomer Bob, like in that last one, is they're being a lot more aggressive with their use of special moves, and with how willing that Lancer is just willing to just stay away and try to bait out movement, try to bait out these aggressive options. It can be a little dangerous for them. And now you can see Boomer Bob gets a good blood-sucking universe, but they can't get 2 in a row like they did earlier, so they gives Lancer a chance to get them.
And there's the counter hit on Mr. Dolphin. And here we are back in the corner against Nagoriyuki. Just trading meter, a gentlemanly exchange.
But, oh no. The counter close slash butt.
Alright.
Air
One more.
throw comes up. God, air throws are the most satisfying. I swear. Boomer Bob loves going for them as well. Fukio tries to get the Bloods of the Universe, but was slightly out of the range, so now that blood gauge is going to be building up until these 2 slash and 5 heavy slash pokes keep coming through.
Lancer
What?
in a position where burst is now really hard to use because they've been saving it this whole round. But maybe that decision is going to pay off.
Yeah, we'll have to see. They're trying to keep it alive for as long as possible. Goes for the safe jump right here. Yep, and the opponent. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like trying to be cheeky, knowing how most people, especially versus character like Nay, they're going to just be buffering down back. But Lancer was prepared for it to just stand block the entire time. Able to save their burst for this round to keep themselves a little bit more alive.
Yeah, just a really excellent way to finish that out from Lancer, and pay off immediately because they already used their burst. One.
Once again, 6HS, the wall break. Remember getting a lot of mileage out of using the dusts in these games so far, so definitely something to be worried about if you're going to be playing them in the future. But Lancer gets a nice overhead kiss after that knockdown in the corner.
Big ol' 6H wall break, decent chunk of damage. Boomer is still holding on to a burst, has plenty of room for air to work with, and doesn't really need any of it. Gonna take that game right away.
Yeah. Boomer Bob just keeping to a quick 2-1, but you saw it once again right there that we saw earlier on with Boomer Bob. Got the final hit of the far slash series, but had 50 meter. Just it wasn't able to RC it to convert it off it and risk another interaction. So if Lancer can find those and swing that back into their favor, that's really what they're going to need to try to get the pendulum back. Because Boomer Bob right now has been doing an excellent job of just controlling the neutral pace in this game.
Yeah, Boomer Bob's strength really does seem to lie in the neutral. From everything we've seen on stream, I would say. Oh, Lancer swapping things up to the Ram Lethal.
Yep, bringing out the Ram Lethal Valentine here. No,
that Ram sure can lethal.
That Ram sure can lethal on this mid-February day. But the Bloodsucking Universe comes out saying, "I'll take that." Second one whips now, forces the burst out. Third one comes through. Do it again. No, gold burst now out for Lancer.
And like I said earlier, 100 meter Ram Lethal wants just one thing. And Boomer Bob knows it just as well as you or I. Oh, okay.
Tries to Morobato, but hits the clone out. And they weren't. There's so many things that happened there. Boomer Bob did a clone there, but they couldn't get the Fukio cancel out in time because Lancer did the Morobato, thinking they would Fukio afterwards, like they wanted to. So instead, they just got no punish. Oh my goodness!
Nice. Out of nowhere, it has evolved into an extremely clown shoes experience.
And the blood frenzy pop, but it keeps them safe because they hit him out of the air with it. So are they going to keep the pressure going while keeping that life total still relatively high? Lancer doesn't have a lot of health to work with. The juice box is almost full. They found their opportunity to even it up.
Isn't able to take a little sippy. Ooh, the cross up.
Yeah. The 6P.
Was that a 6P?
That was 6P. That was 6P hitting the back end of that hurt box on 6P. Just checking them, shoulder checking them out of the air with it.
That was absolutely tragic. I am sorry, but also I'm glad we saw that. That was hilarious.
Yes, that was very, very entertaining. A great set to see right there from Boomer Bob and Lancer. And that's Boomer Bob now 3-1.
It feels like the Seinfeld bass line should have been playing right after that hit.
Jeez, it's not the Seinfeld theme song. Goodness.
So that is Boomer Bob moving forward. They'll be fighting fresh in the loser semis. I think we're just gonna be doing that match right now.
We're actually gonna swing back to
we gotta...
winners finals.
Oh, we're doing winners finals first? Alright.
Yeah. As long as Mike is not occupado.
Yeah, Mike could be, you know, saucing it up in 2 brackets. It's actually...
Oh, he's actually here. Nice. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
That makes things incredibly convenient.
Actually, I'm gonna blow up the room real quick. Because we've been here for a little bit, so it might be good to refresh the room. In the meantime, chat, y'all can hit up that Matcherino! Exclamation point! Matcherino.
Yes, please check out the Matcherino if you, well, I mean, just check it out regardless. But make sure to claim the codes if you haven't already. Make sure to, you know, if you haven't done the sponsor quest, you want to do the sponsor quest, do the sponsor quest. That's more free money into the players' pockets who win this, or who top 3 this event.
It just takes a couple of moments of your time, and all the money goes straight to the players. You don't have to spend a cent.
As my good friend, professional commentator Ben Hook says, it's free money. It's 2 clicks. What are you doing? What are you doing? Please check out the Matcherino. How many codes do we have left?
30.
30. You have 30 codes left.
Hey guys, use up all those codes and I'll add an extra $25.
Yeah, we can burn through those 30 codes. We got this.
That's what I like to hear. You know, there's definitely, like I said, post it in all your Discords, post it on Twitter, get people to claim these codes.
Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your loved ones, tell your cats, your dogs.
Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your dog. Free.
Tell the guy you just found on the street the other night. Open your window, shout it out.
Oh, definitely do that for sure.
If your window doesn't open, just slam your head through it.
Just gotta start walking around with business cards that have a QR code that you just attach to whatever Matcherino is like most recent. You just hand it out to people on the street.
Jesus, that's actually incredible. I hope someone does that.
Look, I think that would be good for I think it'd be good for events because there's so many events that happen that have Matcherinos that just people don't realize because they only get promoted on Twitter or like only in like official channels that maybe people miss. Because like I was just at I was at Climax Tonight this past weekend or this past couple weeks ago. There was a Matcherino for that event. Nobody knew there was a Matcherino for that event until like the Saturday of.
Sheesh.
Duel 1.
You hate to see
But now,
Yeah, that's just unfortunate.
yeah, we do hate to see, but we do love to see some excellent Guilty Gear action. Now, Mike Safdie and Danny getting into the game. Soul Bad Guy versus Kai Kisuke. This is a good gunflame right there to poke out of the far slash that you see Danny really trying to do.
Yeah, just very cautious play from both players here. Already almost seeing a negative penalty. But that's just a symptom of incredible respect.
Good falling slash right there, but and another good one right there. Not able to get the hard knockdowns that they're really looking for.
Oh, there we go. There's a clean hit. Forces out the burst. And blocks it. It's going to be a huge confirm into the corner. Oh, no.
Good dire claw confirm right there at the very end. Giving Danny the first point in this game.
Alright. And once again, here we are, back into the neutral again. Oh no, another counter hit dire claw.
Yeah, these... You can see a lot where, like, Danny's just knowing exactly when Mike wants to press in these reset situations. And working out wonders for them. There's another one right there, and another one. Oh my goodness, Danny has them downloaded.
Yeah,
with these dire
I think that was the meatiest 5K I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just piling that high with salami, ham, and the sole of his shoe.
Oh, the sole of his shoe?
You got me there.
I laugh. That's all that matters. All right.
One might even say he's a bit of a bad guy.
He's a bit of a bad guy? And I make a bit of a bad joke right there, so don't worry about that. Now we're back into the neutral situation. Right now, Mike trying to check with his 2 Ks. Danny trying to check his 2 S's, but a counter hit 5H force first out from Danny.
Ooh,
oh, nice. I like this use of H air fireball over from Danny to try to stop all of the gun planes that are coming through. Just allows him to get back to the ground super safely, keep the pressure going. Mike's got some really good blocks right now. Now, you know, that may have been what Mike could be going for. They may have been trying to IV the dire clots, and we're actually getting punished for them earlier. So now you see that they are. Looks like what they're going for.
Ooh, whips the chair. Gonna get a huge hit. One more DP. The DP's so nice you do it twice. 3 times, actually.
We did it 3 times, and one of them was for somebody else. Danny taking another point on the board early on.
Danny saying, hey, that's a good idea. I have one of those too.
Yeah. Well, let me do it. Let me see what happens. Good blocks over there on the fireball. Now resetting the pressure, 2H. Yeah, now you see Mike being a lot more cautious versus his dire clots. Not trying to press on, not trying to instant block, just willing to take it, knowing that they are risking a lot of damage here potentially. Nice bandit revolver, gets the knockdown.
Alright. There's a throw, here comes the...
Oh
Not
no!
Sure.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be a 2D, but may have accidentally came down as a throw. And Mike gets the burst punish at the end of that sequence as well.
Gets the clean hit Volcanic Viper, and that's a huge rip of damage for the round.
Nice 6P into the dire clot once again, just trying to get a hard knockdown, trying to apply shock state where they can. Be able to
I love how cautious Mike Saftig is after these Fafnirs, just making sure they don't get caught out by a DP after the plus frame scenario.
Yeah, they're like Mike saw really early on shifted to start having a lot of respect for Dan, not willing to just allow them to get through with a lot. You can see right there, like that far range is willing to block on the DP, really taking overheads, but Danny still finds the knockdown, finds the shock state again, and finds another good throw. He's got to be very careful here.
Onto the 5D, and that time hits DP on the plus frame scenario.
And in 6H, keep him at the corner so you get another combo into the wall for more damage. Fafnir coming through. Life totals basically even. It is anyone's game. Just be very careful.
Yeah, both players want to be very cautious of this neutral, but Mike's acting with that positive bonus, had meteor building up, and just hits the 6H, isn't even going to need it.
Yeah. Doing a really good job of just trying to play the footsies. You saw as soon as Danny wanted to switch, they were originally staying in the air trying to control the spacing there, but Mike was just more than confident to ignore everything they were doing. So as soon as they touched the ground, Mike just pile drive them with the 6H, and it worked out great for them. They're now tied up 1-1.
Yeah, in the words of the good man with solid bones, if it hits, kill him. If it blocks, kill him.
Oh my goodness! There still gets the fireball confirmed.
Wow.
Well, that was saucy. That was a good confirm right there over from Danny. I would drop that every day. So, and a good wall break with the red lightning as well. Keep pressure going.
You like those plus frames? Have some more.
Yeah. Oops! I dropped all my plus frames. Now I got them.
Look, we can't all be graceful. Sometimes you just slip and fall, and those plus frames spill in out of your pockets.
Nice 6P right there to check up. Danny bringing it back down to what we saw earlier on with these 6Ps, and it's working out great for them. Mike wasn't prepared. Getting another good wall break situation right here.
And Danny, once again, playing respectful. Blocks some X. Ooh, that's the second time we've seen Banner Revolver go for the Stun Dipper.
Throw
very...
right
the banner revolver.
the pacing between both these players, you saw like that banner revolver early working out great for them, but Mike finds a great confirm as well to extend it with the Nightray Vortex to get the wall break on the other side. Danny, though, still has 100 meter on that.
Ooh. A little bit of a bad burst there. Gonna cost Mike Sapp the game.
Yeah. Danny keeping it clean right at the very end. Didn't he give Mike a chance to spend all the money that was in his pockets with that meter? Like, I think that's really where you're going to be seeing Danny like sort of take it forward, as they've been like, if Mike's able to like get the full game plan going, then it works out great for them. We saw that in the round they won. We're in round 2, but as soon as Danny's just able to control the spacing on it and just able to make those readjustments to punish Mike, and Mike isn't adapting quick enough. So let's see if Danny can like fully get that forward, or fully get that moving forward, or if Mike can make the readjustment and bring it back from the jaws of defeat.
Oh man, Danny is just cleanly winning this footsies game.
I mean, it's hard to play footsies with somebody who has a longer sword than you, so you can definitely be a little careful. Good use of the 5K to check right there, and a good 6P on the delay air dash. Good
conversion into the corner. And there's a DP, gonna get the side switch. Probably gonna break the wall. There we go.
You see Danny, just backing away. Yeah, doesn't want to get hit by that 6H again like we saw earlier. And to bring it from downtown into the Nightray Vortex as well. Gives Mike another chance. PRC to reset it, gets air thrown. Oh no, but drops the damage follow-up on it and drops the potential conversion that they could have gotten afterwards. So Mike still gives themselves a chance. RC to keep it going. Blocking the 6S. Fireballs to trade in neutral. Try to keep the beast out for 40 seconds.
And once again, we are back to the footsies game, and Danny says, I'm done playing footsies. I'm just DPing.
We're back to where we were before the game even started. They knew that kind of interaction was going to happen, so both players were playing around it right from the beginning. But Danny brought it all the way back at the very end.
Big ol' confirm off of that hit from Mike Sapp. Tries the 6-8, doesn't always work out.
Mike was not happy that they were making them go back in the layers, so they just want to try to get these games as quick as over. Nice second hit of the Bandit Revolver there. With some very solid damage.
Okay. Not quite. Nope. A little bit too much scaling on it.
From open, Danny, nice throw tech out there though from Mike. Yeah, you'd seen how much Danny had been wanting to in those situations go into Fireball Wars. So just, you recognize, like, hey, you're going to immediately do that. I'm going to go to Nightray Vortex, because I'm either going to win or I'm going to lose off of it. They ended up making it, making them win. So
yeah, realistically, they were still first on the table. There was still a bit of room for error.
There's still a little bit of room, but generally, I think these both players want to say first for as late as possible. Just like that. Danny getting a great burst bait. Put him in the corner, DP, big damage.
You want to make sure you get positive bonus off that interaction. You landed a great hit. That's so much advantage. You want to keep it, and yeah, converts that into the game.
Yeah, converts that into the whole round right there. So I believe that is now Danny 3-1 over Mike. Danny going to be sitting in the grand finals.
That's right, Danny. An upset, if you will.
Yeah.
Well played, well deserved.
No, it was the 1 and 2 seeds fighting against each other, but Danny was able to play so very well. But Mike still got a chance to come through the loser side of things. I believe Mike did play Boomer Bob if Boomer Bob's able to make it through against Fresh. So Mike may be able to use that comfort to get through to get back to the grand finals. But may have to fight through the Milia themselves.
Yeah, Boomer Bob did take a game off of Mike, I will point out. It wasn't a free set.
It was not free, but I definitely, like, the more I've been seeing Mike, he's been getting more and more warmed up as these games have gone on. So it's definitely going to be something to worry about. If you're Boomer Bob and you do make it through, if you are able to get through Fresh, first off, you have to get through that.
Of course.
And Fresh has been showing like very, very consistent play the entire night. And one thing with Boomer Bob is playing like very reactionary, but Nago doesn't have the speed to play as reactionary versus other characters like they have to versus Milia. Now, if they get the one hit, it's nights out. You know, get your gown and your nightcap and go honk snoo me. But it is like it can be a little hard for there. But if Fresh is just able to loop it over and over and over, if they're able to go maximum Milia, it can be really hard for Boomer Bob to get out of it with how they've been sort of playing this night.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really just.
It really took me out, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's one of those matchups where it can be over in an instant, or it can just be non-stop tension for the entire time.
Exactly. We'll have to see what these players want to do, what kind of show they want to give us tonight. So, definitely make sure to stay tuned. And while we're waiting for the players, check out the match arena. We keep talking about it because it's still there. Claim the code.
It hasn't vanished since last time we talked about it. Isn't that strange?
It is not.
Exclamation. It's exclamation mark match arena if you don't know, so please check it out.
That's right, y'all.
We still got 30 codes to claim. We still got plenty of sponsor quests to do. Prize pool sitting at $31. We can get a little bit more.
We sure can with your help. Please, hit up that match arena.
Yeah. Fighter Spirit. That's the name of the Korean event. I remembered it now.
Alright.
I
will have to keep an eye out for that this weekend.
And just another reminder, if you guys use up all those 30 codes, I'll add an additional $25 to the pot. Can you believe
It's
it?
Additional 25? You know what? I'll match that. If we get all 30 codes, I'll throw an additional 25 in as well. It's an extra 50 bucks.
I'm going to go to 25, but I'll go to 10.
Yeah, there we go. That's an extra 60. That's an extra $60. If you just find...
That puts us so close to that first goal of $100.
Yeah. And all you got to do with that is you got to find your friends, just give them over the match arena, say, please just click a couple buttons. It's all I ask. So
do that for the one time.
Do that. For the one time. For the one time.
It's very easy. Just takes a couple of seconds out of your day. All you got to do.
Some might say it's the easiest thing in the world.
I think there are a couple things that can rival it, but it's definitely up there.
It is definitely up there. It's one of the easiest things you can do to support these tournaments.
All you really need is a hand with probably 2 digits. That's as easy as it is to click around. Maybe 1.
You could do it. You could do it entirely with just being able to touch it with anything that you can use to touch an apparatus. That's all you need.
You're spitting, actually. You're spitting.
Yeah.
If you can operate a mouse with your mouth, go for it.
You can do it.
You want to use your foot? Sure.
You want to do it on your phone? You want to use your nose to move around on the screen? Whatever you want. Whatever is easier for you to claim those codes. As we now get into our match of Boomer Bob versus Fresh.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Let's see what these players have got in store for us today.
And you can already see early on Fresh knowing exactly what this matchup is, just backing off and now trying to stay in the air and trying to find these kinds of opportunities. And already working out for them, but they get hit with the 2D, and now that's going to put them in a very dangerous situation, especially with the blood-sucking universe.
Excellent escape from the corner. Gets the counter on the 6P. Let's see how well Fresh can keep up this pressure. Ooh, okay. Boomer Bob does not want to go back in the corner. I've had enough. Please let me out.
Yeah. Oh, they try to get the conversion to kill it off there, but wasn't able to close it out now. So they're going to give Fresh another chance. Someone comes through quickly to close it out.
Alright, here we go. There's the first real mix of the set.
Yep. Fresh finally getting the opportunity to mix. Rose coming through now, hits him low. Goes for it again, but Boomer Bob saw that, was ready and prepared for it, knowing the disc wasn't going to come through, so got up and air threw them out of it, saying, no thank you. I'm good. Tap dust working out as well. Boomer Bob didn't work, and great on those. Those after the air scramble at the very end. It's Boomer Bob taking the first point on the board.
Yeah, Boomer Bob has already shown they're ready for whatever Fresh has wanted to pull out. Fresh is going to have to reach very deep into a bag of tricks if they want to keep Boomer Bob on the back foot.
Yeah, I think one thing I think you're going to need to see is like, from if I was in Fresh's shoes, I see there's a lot of like trying to go back and like play a ground game after your pressure sequences. I would maybe try to be a little more aggressive with the re-air options. Like we saw the air throw come out, and we saw that Boomer Bob was ready for it when Boomer Bob's ready for it when they're prepared for it. But if you can get into those situations where they're not as prepared for it, they might not be as ready to just try to get the jump on the air throw. And the air is really going to be your safest space to be, unless you're in the 2H death column and you're pressing the button.
Yeah, Nagoriyuki, of course, a character with very limited air options. And Milia, of course, a character with the exact opposite.
Yes, with nearly unlimited air options. But you can see just off a couple pokes here and there, and even like one combo, Boomer Bob able to deal a ton of damage. And wasn't able to close it out.
Doesn't quite work out.
No. Fresh really gonna need to make something work, and the backhand of the JK comes there. And now, Boomer Bob in the Bloodsucking Universe dimension, finding another good hit. Goes into the DP.
I was hoping for a third. I think Fresh was too, honestly.
Yeah, Fresh just keeping it too honest. See, Boomer Bob just quickly closed it out. You know, I will say one thing I think I want to be seeing from Boomer Bob more in these sets, if I was like the Nago player in that situation, is they go for a lot of these blood-sucking universes, and then just like you can see it in players like Nubenheimer, Hotashi, and I'm blanking to think of a third Nago that does this. But the hyper-aggressive on the special moves after the blood-sucking universe, because you have so much time where you're not gaining as high of a blood gauge, but you can do it and build it back to a point where you get to go back at about 1.5 blood, which is a really good spot to be in to try to keep your pressure going. Now, it's been working out great for Boomer Bob so far in these games. Like, they're winning through it, but it's a small adjustment I'd like to see if I was the Nago player.
Yeah, it's also something that requires a lot of knowledge of exactly how much blood you're gaining at any given time, just because the blood draining does screw with your perception of what you're gaining during that period.
And right now, Fresh is trying to screw with all the perception possible with all these mixes coming through. This is what you've been wanting to see. This is the kind of game that Fresh needs to really take this set. But YRC comes through and give him a good hit. Ending in the Slash series, keep the blood gauge at a nice 2-bar range.
Yeah, Fresh doing absolutely everything they can to just rip the glasses off of Boomer Bob's face and smash the lenses. Yeah. You can't see straight, you can't play straight. Yeah, you also probably can't play gay.
Keeps it going, goes for the quadruple overhead, but Boomer Bob ready to just block it, saying you're never going down, and text the throw me get ready for the PRC. Finds a good hit, tries to go for the side swap, but is not able to at that spacing, unfortunately. Yeah, see, this is the dangerous part. If Boomer Bob wants to go into the air right there with Fresh is going to be more than happy and be able to control all what they do, but gets the air throw into the baited first as well. Afterwards.
And that combo was only 2 hits. That's barely any burst meter built back. I don't know if Fresh is going to get that back this round.
No, unless this game goes long, which the Nago Milia probably won't go long, it can be very, very dangerous. But Fresh gets the throw. Now gets the mix once again, but gets tossed out of their own mix as soon as they touch the ground. And a Beyblade confirm in the corner.
That should be dead. Goodbye.
Gets the full animation, and that's gonna be Boomer Bob moving forward. I think that was 3, if I remember correctly.
I think so.
That was yeah, Boomer Bob just playing it with the swiftness there, and we're gonna be moving on forward to fight Mike Saftig.
And you thought Milia was fast. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Yep. Yeah, we will have to see, we'll have to see if Boomer Bob can, make the adaptation. We saw that they were playing great there. They were playing really confident. They were able to do a really good job of, like, just controlling everything that Fresh was wanting to do. And we saw that in a couple games with Mike, but as soon as Mike was able to, like, get a good read on how Boomer Bob wants to be playing, they took the game and ran with it. So, maybe Mike is prepared for that. They were probably watching these games already beforehand. So, let's see what happens here. Let's see what goes forward now in our losers finals.
Really good Treehouse number 5 there. Starting things off right, even if it is just a small victory.
Yeah, you see Mike.
You have to make something happen.
You see, Mike is already shifting back to what they were doing towards the ends of those previous games. So they were just trying to go for the full screen neutral, forcing Boomer Bob to come through and make a mistake. But it's going to work a lot better when you're both at even life bars than when you're at both very low.
What an idea for Mike, punishing that 5H.
Good use of the jail out with 5G. Not misses the version at the wall. And that now forces him first because Boomer Bob is going to be able to try to take it and run with it. Vortex RC gets YRC'd out and Bloodsucking Universe comes through.
Blocks the DP, and that should be the round. Oh, there we go. Gets the OTG.
Able to, OTG 2S at that blood gauge, able to actually hit there, so good recognition on Boomer Bob that they were going to be able to close the round out there, but now Mike's really trying to make something happen. Good 6 ball.
A little bit of abuse, but I think that's just putting Boomer Bob where they want to do. And here we go. Ooh. Tries for a cross-up, but Mike's actually ready with the anti-air.
Yeah, and as soon as they get that retech situation, Mike tries to jail out, but found a good hit with the RC and another good hit after the PRZ from Boomer Bob. Nice Beyblade coming through. And the BRC forward to get on the other side for that sweet Melty Blood mix, but it's able to actually punish the Bloodsucking Universe. So Boomer Bob has to be careful. Mike, were you pressing?
Don't think so.
Weren't.
Wasn't even in range.
Nope. Mike just felt that coming, read that in their bones, and walked away from it. So.
I saw Boomer Bob looking for that earlier. Finally. I say finally, like it's been a long time. Look, in Guilty Gear World, a second feels like a minute.
That is so true. Good counter hit fast. Some big damage. Tyrant Rave coming through.
The old 1-2 punch, Brain Nagori is down, health down another 50%.
Oh, I like that. Knowing how much that Boomer Bob was going to want to respect the safe jump there, goes for the early first hit into the immediate low. As well baits the burst immediately afterwards, and that's Mike getting those kind of reads that they need to move back forward into the grand finals. Now, 1 point above, it's 1-0. Still 1 point above their opponent right now.
Yes. That was by no means a free game. This is going to be by no means a free set. Boomer Bob has showed the skills to fight back. The question is, can they implement them correctly? Oh,
well, you can see they're making an adjustment. They're going back to Kai Kisuke saying, if I'm going out, I'm warming you up for this, but I'm going to try to take you out and get my own match against it now. Switching over to Kai Kisuke getting off another easy. Nice use of the JK right there early on hits, and you can see this is one thing that you can see with Mike. Mike takes at like a game to adjust. That can just happen. So Mike is definitely going to try to be playing around this a little bit, but they've already quickly adjusted into going for these Night Raid vortexes under any fireball they see immediately.
Yeah, I'm just asking, do you have it? Are you really ready?
Yep.
But the answer was yes.
The answer is indeed yes. Doing a good job trying to pressure out, finds a good success, but not able to get a knockdown after it, so give Boomer Bob a chance. Plot, flying shock state, but you're getting hit out of it now. Good throw.
Throw punish from Boomer Bob.
Nice 6P out of the air, but you see those Boomer Bob didn't have the reaction to knock him down, but they will punish a DP with 2H now. And the Foudre Arc flips, sends in 6H instead of ending in into a super there, so able to get the hard knockdown they need. Mike, no. Okay, I was really worried right there for half a second, and that was gonna work. I've seen Mike hit too many of those this year to count, so. Now the neutral takes the stare down full screen, but the 6-speed dire clock comes through from Boomer. Oh. Thunder hit 2D, but oh, not able to get the DP.
Attempted burst bait gone wrong. Gonna lead into a wall break.
Oh, nice use of the second hit of Bandit Revolver there, so we get some big damage at the wall.
That's gotta be dead.
I didn't think it was going to kill. I thought I was going to put him out of pixel, but clearly Mike is better at the damage calculations than I am. That is why they were able to win that game. Now up 2-0.
Clean game 2 from Mike. Completely ready for Boomer Bob's Kai.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll have to see. It'll be interesting to see Boomer Bob. Like the Kai was like very confident, and I think it was it's a good choice. But it just like you saw early on, it took a little bit of time for them to adjust to switch back into actually being able to get the confirms that they needed to get the hard knockdowns. But Mike was just able to clean it out because of that.
Yeah, that was very far from being a bad Kai. Mike was just ready for everything.
Yes, Mike was just ready.
Boomer Bob gonna have to look into that bag of tricks, see what you got in there. Is that a piece? Is that a bit of mold, or is that the key to your victory?
It's a nice little piece of candy coming through right there, but dire clock. The end. Now getting punished with Far Slash. Really, really solid with punish coming through there. Good use of the Gunflame to trade with Far Slash right there. Be able to reset the pressure into your favor at that distance. Already forcing Boomer Bob to do riskier things in the corner. Counter hitting for it.
Just gets caught by the Gunflame. Gonna get that first faded. Not quite gonna be dead, but it ain't looking good this round for you.
No, it is not, and now doing a really good job. Gets the throw coming through. By Sun State, oh, the 6H almost worked out for Mike, but Bandit Bringer comes up from downtown. Now Mike's sitting at point.
Solid counter hit there. There goes half your health. Why does... I'm always surprised by clean hit Volcanic Viper, no matter how many times I see it.
I've seen it a million times, and I'll still laugh every single time it deals like 137 damage.
Every time I see it, I wonder why, and then I immediately think, because it's funny.
Oh, Mike gets a nice throw reset right there. All the throws from both of them. But Boomer Bob had the PRC to be able to get the punish, and now Mike has to do something. And they get the 6H to punish it, close it out, and move on forward. Get their rematch versus Danny in the grand finals.
And for just one moment, both players sharing the same brain cell. Mike Saftig immediately snatches out of Boomer Bob's hands.
Yes.
That was a great set. Sheesh.
Oh, excellent games from both those players. Definitely one to go back and watch later through. But we are now moving on forward to potentially the last set of games of the night. There might be a reset, but
just before we head on over to the grand finals, please head over to the match arena, guys. We have
28 codes.
28 codes left to be claimed, and as we have said before, if you use them all up, you'll get a collective 60 from each of us.
We get down to 0 codes, we will all be contributing a little bit extra to the prize pool. So please, share with your friends. Get people to claim these codes. Just a little bit of time out of your day. And it goes towards the cause of making sure that these wonderful players on screen get the recognition they deserve.
Yes, able to feed more wallet into their coin, get them out to more of these big offline events to show their stuff. Now we'll see. Early on, we're in the beginning of our matches. Both players trying to be very cautious in their control facing. They already have reads on each other from when they were playing earlier, so they know what each other's wanting to do. And Danny, after a really good IDFD right there from Mike, able to punish him with a delay burst comes out though, able to push them back, but Danny just comes running back in downtown through the arcs. Keep them tight.
I'm always surprised by how high food rart can hit. Even though I used to play Kai.
It is always higher than you think. I feel like it is higher than Greed 7 most of the time. but Mike.
It's like the ideal anti-air even.
It's a pretty good button. I think it's 2 thumbs up from me, and Danny also thinks it's 2 thumbs up after being able to take that round right at the very end after a really good first. So Mike now wanting to be on the aggressive.
Yeah, Kaiki's putting 2 feet up for that one.
Ooh. Oh, the S60 comes through trying to punish them.
That should wall break.
Yep. The best thing about Randall Lightning is basically if you're 3/4 of the screen away from the wall, it will break it. It's not about it, you know. And so Danny, oh, what a great 6E right there. And a bait outburst as well. I have to be very careful. I don't even get a chance to use it. It's gonna beat Danny with the first point on the board.
Can I just say, this is a joke that has become that has come up in the Discord is El Papá y El Hijo. Danny is the dad and Mike is the son. In the last set, they like made a joke in the Discord, and that shit just destroyed me. So thank you, Danny. I love you both. Thank you so much, guys.
Mike taking a moment to think after that one, trying to recollect their thoughts and figure out, you know, okay, what do I gotta do? What do I gotta do to try to take down the Danny over here?
Yeah, Kai really pulling out the your daughter calls me daddy. Extra plus brains and punish it with EP blocks the burst.
Same. But Danny's right now trying to melt Mike's life bar right now with this constant pressure, finding a really good hit. Good PRC out though after the post ball break situation. Mike needs to make a lot happen, but the lightning car comes through and gives Danny the round.
There's a Fafnir and Robbie with plus range. Strike throw. What are you gonna do? Simply tech the throw. All you gotta do is just tech the throw.
But this is a lot right there actually for Mike. You look at the wall break with TK Viper to close out with a perfect, but like with how willing Danny's able to approach, just willing to take the throw there, they're going to be maybe a little more risky on matching. So Mike now going to be able to potentially get some bigger frame traps happening in the corner there. Danny gets a great run up throw here.
Ooh. Great tag, gonna convert into a full break combo.
Oh, good success as an anti-air there. But not close enough to get the wall. So now you're in strike throw dimension once again. RC4 trying to bait out the burst into the Fafnir, so he's off for the Tyrant Rave there, but
more hit for Danny. It does have burst to work with, does have Harmony to work with. There goes the burst.
I think Mike was blocking it, but because they ended up crossing through, they weren't able to actually get the punish or block to get the punish. So Danny another chance, but they don't have a lot of life to work with. The 2K was
pressed a button. You pressed a button.
Yep, Mike had pressed 2K right there, but now forces the burst after the situation when you get run up the road, hit with the Kaikisuke special. That's Danny. Now up 2 games.
What a way to finish out that game. Just, yeah, what are you going to do about it? I'm going to run up and I'm going to throw you. If you don't want it to happen, do something about it.
That last bit of that situation was entirely based around Mike not getting the hard knockdown wall break with the Tyrant Rave at the very end. Because if you would have been able to, like, maybe a little bit less damage because it's scaling, but would have gotten safe jump into a pressure sequence. So Danny was able to capitalize on that one decision that Mike ended up making. And it worked out great for them now, edging ever closer to the tournament distance. He comes in and forces the burst out for Mike.
Mike getting a couple of... Getting a strong counter hit. And a strong counter hit right back from Danny. Ooh. Alright. Uh-oh. That's never what you want to see when you're fighting Kai.
No, it's not. Mike getting hurt by Danny over here with that great combo. Now, air plot 1 through. Lightning car comes in from downtown, but just willing to PRC back. And now Mike doesn't have a lot of health to work with, so they're going to have to go a little crazy.
Yep, just a 6P on the Bandit Revolver. That's going to take the round, putting Danny on terminal point.
Yeah. Danny wanting to get a repeat of what happened without Mike even getting a chance of winning, so. See, good. I like that 5P with Dire Claw, try to get Mike to press something. Oh, he counter hit 6H from mid-screen.
Yeah, that when you had the burst, you were going to go over. But it looks like wall's going to be broken anyway. Just bought yourself a little bit of time now.
This time you're not getting wall broken for a huge chunk of damage. But good blocks over on the lightning card coming through. Now gonna give Mike a chance to get some damage to reset these life totals back to being a little bit more even. But Danny has a hug.
Mike's actually does have positive bonus though, so very shortly gonna catch up in the air.
And there it is, jumped in the air. Mike, were you blocking? You were deep through. The punish ride the lightning burst comes out for Danny. Danny's still sitting with the meter on deck.
That was incredible awareness from Mike, just keeping the game alive.
Yeah, Mike is... Danny right now trying to get Mike to press something a little crazy to do something with the meter. They have to use the Sacred Edge right there. About to lose it with negative penalty. Keeps himself safe and finds a good punish with the far slash at the very end, keeping the dream alive.
Yeah, Mike had incredible awareness towards the end there, just moving forward just enough to make sure they could get 50 meter and make that happen.
Good confirm right there, though, from Danny, trying to keep it clinical for this last game. TK Volcanic Viper comes through to hit him, but Danny just resets him back to the ground, throws him. He's gotta wake up once again. 6HOTG trying to kick out as much damage as they can. But the counter hit, jumping slash, the sword slash comes through and brings him all the way back to the ground. And that's gonna be Danny taking that one 3-0 over Mike in the grand finals.
Yeah, this set, I can't really say it was clean from Danny, but it was dirty in exactly the right way. Mike's acting.
The story of El Papá y El Hijo has come to its conclusion.
Yeah.
The father really put a spanking on the son.
Yeah, Mike made him break out the belt.
That was an excellent set from both those players in this and in winners finals as well.
Yeah.
Yes, this was an excellent set. You know, I mean, this whole tournament was just filled with excellent sets. It was
really a treat to watch, treat to comment.
Yeah, oh yes, absolutely. Definitely some games in the books for me to go back to and be like, what happened there? What was the full process that got us to that situation? Because sometimes you don't catch things in the moment, and that's when you know a game's good. You want to go back and watch it just for that kind of stuff.
You know what you could catch in the moment though? That Maturino code. Oh my goodness! One last push before we end things here at the Treehouse. We have 27 codes to claim. Y'all hit up that link right there. Complete all those sponsor quests if you're feeling extra generous. Their contributions help out greatly. By the way, myself, Rylan, and Tabby here will be adding to the price pool if you all claim those codes. There's 27 of them. So tell your friends, your family, your loved ones, the spirits of days gone past. If you got a lizard, a cat, anything that has an opposable thumb.
Before you cook that Thanksgiving turkey, ask it to contribute to the Maturino.
Exactly. Just turn to it and say, hey, would you like to contribute? Before I put you in this oven, would you like to contribute to this cool thing we got going on called Maturino?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it may not be cool outside because somehow it is 65 degrees in November.
I'm sorry, what?
It's insane. It's insane.
Like,
it drives me insane.
It was 80 in October over here on the West Coast, so I was like, that was bad. But 80? Still in November for you guys? Yeah, it was 80 in October in the Pacific Northwest. It was crazy.
In New York, like the other day, it was like 70 degrees. I'm like, it is the middle of November. Why am I walking outside with a t-shirt and shorts and sandals?
Right?
This is insanity.
Oh my goodness.
You know what else is insane? Signing up for that P4 tournament which we got going on next Thursday, and you'll be hearing Tabby on the mic once again. Hopefully our boy Panda Bedic will be back, and you can hit that link right there. It's on PC this time. I know the past two tournaments we've been running it on PlayStation, but I wanted to experiment and see what the PC side of the community is like?
There's definitely a good amount of people in the Persona scene that don't have a PS4, that they just play on PC. So, and some of those people are also very strong, and they're people that you need to be worried about. So, definitely, if you're a Persona player, you're interested, make sure to check it out. I mean, take it from me as someone who flew across the country just to run that game at a tournament. Like, play, like sign up, go do it,
That's
go do
sick. And do you guys have anything you'd like to share?
Tabby, you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, you can find me basically on every social media under @TabbyNickel, as well as that's where I post all the stuff that we have for Just Block, a bi-weekly Under Night In-Birth and Persona 4 Arena series, now happening on Wednesdays, so make sure to check that out if you're interested. As well as, catch me on social media doing all sorts of different things with all sorts of different fighting games, because that's all I do.
Mm-hmm. So then you can see my Twitter right below, it's @CageTheSoul. I talk about nothing a lot. Sometimes I will post stream updates. I've been trying to get back into streaming. I've been very busy, but if you give me a follow, I would much appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for having me on to commentate.
Yes, yeah, thank you, Treefolio, for having us on and letting us work our stuff on this wonderful event.
Thank you guys. You guys did a wonderful job, especially considering that I hit you both up at the last minute last week, because things happened. But yeah, thank you guys so much. This is so much fun. Thank you to all our players, and we hope to see you again next month in December for more Treehouse shenanigans. We're gonna pass it on over to Ember, who I believe is still streaming, correct?
I actually don't know if they're still streaming, but I would assume they are, because their tournament was I think they're in top 8 right now, actually, yeah.
Okay,
so.
perfect, actually. And you guys might see Mike Saftic there again. Yes, they are streaming indeed. So we're going to send you guys to Ember. They're doing a monthly charity tournament for Guild. I don't know if it's if they change up games, but
I think it's been Guilty Gear, Strive. I think it's been Strive every time.
Oh, nice. Nice. Support a good cause, enjoy some more Guilty Gear Strive, and we'll see you guys on Thursday for more Treehouse stuff with Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. I'll be streaming very likely on Sunday and possibly Tuesday. Persona and Xenogears respectively. So that's all from us here at the Treehouse. I'll send you guys over to Ember. You can use this message here to go along with the raid. Alright. See you guys next week. Peace.
Have a good night, everyone.